take on this. And considering the inclement weather we've had recently, I thought it was a good thing to show. Bit of snow. Grim Reaper out in the middle of nowhere. Doing absolutely next to nothing, you know. Yes, the Grim Reaper radio show website is actually back. We've done a bit of revamp as we go along. Different style, same sort of things, you know, but we've added a few extra pages and got rid of a few pages, you know, just to see how things go. Yeah, so, yeah. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing just a short live. We'll wait and see how many people do come in. Tuesday night's a funny night. Might lose connection, but let's see. YouTube today. Oh. It's great. I just had a notification to tell me I'm live. I didn't know that. If you want to come on up, the link's there for you. It's already pinned. If not, it's going to be one of the shortest lives you've ever seen. Indy, I like your style. Wolf lover, long time no see, no speak. Caucasian. Sasquatch. Last time you made the show, sir. But there's not a lot going on, as I say. I've just rebuilt the website, took it down, rebuilt it, put a few things, a few more security things going on in the background. Coming up to this time of year, I've got to make sure that I'm in the right mood, so to speak. Yeah, I love Christmas. Everybody does. I love Boxing Day because I can go into all the warehouses and look at all the empty shelves. No worries, mate. Sasquatch, you're talking to a goat? Not a problem, mate. Sorry, a kid. You kid. Anybody else? We've got loads of people watching, believe it or not, even at this time of day. I've not actually done any advertising for it. I don't know whether Stangu's going to turn up. He did turn up earlier, as you can see in the chat. But then he disappeared. If he wants to come on up, he can do. He's got the accesses, I think. Everybody sorted for the 25th. Right. Hello, professional paranormal research. Okay, Stangu. Just got home. Hey, perfect timing. I don't know what time it is where you are, but over here it's 20 past. We've been going for 5 minutes, and we seem to have a guest on the show. I don't know which guest it is, but we'll soon find out. Banners away, they say.
What's that stupid smile?
Well, you know, it's Grim's show, so I'm not going to do any porn bombing yet. I've got to get his trust first. Do you know what I mean? Before I flash the nipple or something.
Ah.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're live on the Independent Free Press show.
Yeah, that's tomorrow night, mate.
No, it's tonight.
How you doing, Grim? You all right?
I'm all right. What are you doing going up here advertising your show?
Well, I don't know. Any advertisement, good advertisement.
Well, yeah, that's true. Even on here, mate.
Now, how you doing? You all right? You ready for Christmas, are
um, what's that?
you? I don't know, mate. It's some fucking holiday everyone uses to spend loads of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather a humbug, actually, Sue, yeah.
Well, they called me Jacob at this time of year.
Why?
He used to call me Scrooge till I pointed out he became a nice guy.
Yeah. But if they call
Yeah.
you Jacob, at least you can get some cheese out of it. You can say, I made the crackers, mate.
Exactly. I am crackers. I've got to be.
Oh,
Hello,
yeah.
Mellows. Sneaking in the back door there. You
I'm just
sound
looking
tired.
I'm just looking at comments and debating whether or not to crack my bottle of Jack Daniels.
No.
Leave me alone.
Well, leave Jack alone. Just drink the Daniels.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to beat Jack up afterwards. After Daniels has left, they get worried otherwise.
Exactly.
I've got the missus sitting there telling me, don't open it, it's for Christmas. What time of year is it?
Not Christmas Day.
Oh, Christmas Day. I can get pissed whilst I'm cooking Christmas dinner and burn everything. That sounds good.
Yes, well, we got KK in the house.
Hello.
KK this morning. Actually, while I was watching the professional paranormal research guys this morning, I made their own page on the website for them.
Oh, yeah.
So people can hop over there. Well, you know my view on this sort of thing, you know. Oh, God, here we go. Hello, Wolf Lover.
Hi, Trouble.
Long time no speak.
I know. You never come to
Even
the Telegram.
the dog agreed with me.
You never come into Telegram, that's why.
Well, no, because I just use other things. Yeah, so I put some a page together because this guy seems to believe that well, the narrative is if there's something there, he'll show it. If there isn't, he'll show it. There's none of this cutting it all up and whatnot.
Yeah, see, I don't do that.
No.
I don't cut it up. I show you as you see it. Same as what these guys sound like they're doing.
Yeah. So I thought, well, if I can put a page together, then people can, you know, keep in touch, so to speak. You know.
Yeah, I reckon we should get a paranormal page together on Telegram. That's what I reckon. That'd be good.
Well, yeah. Well, social media away from the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
You know. And Wolf Lover, have you been out doing any research recently in your investigations?
It's been too bloody cold recently.
Well, listen, I would get out there if I had places to go and explore, but there's nothing.
Oh, we've got quite a few places around here, but literally recently, with it being so cold, nah, it's just too cold.
It is. Well, what was it the other night? -3, and I was debating on whether or not to go and sit in the garage, and yeah, I changed my mind pretty quick.
Yeah, we've had -5, -6 around here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Lovely.
go out doing a paranormal investigation in that temperature. And we do it for a couple hours at least. You'll be freezing your nuts off.
Well, for those who got nuts. So you're right. Probably would be freezing yours off.
Did you see the paranormal investigation I've done not so long ago? I went to a place called Barnes Cemetery in London.
No, I've not seen that.
Just go and have a look on my page, captured something. So what I'm going to try and get back there in the new year, I think. But go on my own.
Yeah.
Well,
sometimes it's good to go on your own. Sometimes it's not, because they can attach themselves to you and follow you.
I'm not bothered about attachments. The only attachments I'm bothered about is if I lose the ones that go on my camera in my bag.
that's fair enough.
It's like, how's best way to...
What I think you should do is you should share your links out, because not everybody will know who you are. So,
Oh well,
it's
you've got some lovely people in the chat like mods and that. I can't do it. I'm on my phone.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm on my phone.
oh my! I've heard of some excuses. It's all right.
Well, listen. Once my gaming PC's together, I won't have that problem, mate.
Yeah. Well, there's got to be a slave in the back somewhere.
Yeah, come on, whiplash.
Come on, Stango. You're the slave.
Well,
Yeah,
Grandad's disappeared. I've not seen him for ages. So
that's a worry.
He's still trying to catch the mouse. He's literally been busy trying to catch this freaking mouse.
Do you know the best way to do that? You can get these sticky adhesive pads, man, and they just walk onto it. And if you don't want to kill it, it's a humane way of getting them off and putting them in the grass or something and letting them go.
No, he's tried that, and the mouse literally jumps over him. The only thing he caught with it was his bloody chihuahua.
Right. Before I bring the next guest up, I warn you, he's a nutter.
Who's not nowadays? Who's not nowadays? Who's not?
He's also an American.
Aren't
you, Sasquatch?
Greetings and salutations.
Welcome to the show. I don't know what sort of show.
I got a little bit. I've been busy in my background over here, and I've released a couple of things. If you just want to sit and listen to a poetic reading, I don't know.
A what reading?
Poetic.
Poetic.
Oh, right, okay.
Perhaps even dramatic.
A poem?
You wish to read something out, sir? That's fine.
I've already recorded it and uploaded it to YouTube.
Oh, right.
Oh, there you go.
So we're starting to get some links out, which is good.
Cool. We like links.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm saying this wrong, but it's called the Desiderata. Desiderata. Words for life. Whenever you're ready. I'm in no hurry.
Well, you can play whatever, do whatever, you know me, within reason.
Well, this is about as reasonable as I think I can make it. I mean, the only thing I didn't do is climb into the water and film the fish. That's it. I was looking for something inspirational, and the fish was the best I could come up with. Everything else was Christmas related, and I didn't want it to be specifically Christmas related.
Everybody's doing that.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I get it. And I did one. I did a reading of A Visit from St. Nicholas. And it's set to be released on, of course, Christmas Eve.
Oh, I thought you were going to say New Year's Day. That would have made sense.
Lots of sets.
I can't wait till the 26th. It's all over with. I don't have to be nice to anyone.
Well, mate, I'll be glad that I can't remember none of it after Christmas Day, mate.
Oh, that's all right.
You familiar with that?
I think I remember starting dinner, but the rest of the day is just going to be a total obnoxious blur that I can deal with.
Sorry, what? What's going on? I missed that.
I said, they just said they can't wait for it to be over, i.e. Christmas, yeah, the 26th. I said, yeah, I goes, my Christmas Day is going to be perfect. I goes, I remember cooking dinner. I goes, but the rest of it's just going to be a blur after that.
Oh, God.
No, have nothing to do with God. Unless you class Jack Daniels as a Holy Spirit, mate.
Oh, yeah, Jack Daniels is a Holy Spirit.
One of the Holy Trinity, for sure.
Got to be JD at Christmas.
I've got a big bottle of gin and some whiskey.
Mother's misery, yeah.
I've got a bottle of gin, actually. It was given to me. I don't know what they're trying to say, but I mean, I'm not a gin drinker at all. And it's pink gin.
Oh, that's nice. That is pink gin is.
There's only one problem that I found with it.
What?
It's 0% alcohol.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. Stuck it in the bin, mate.
Yeah, chuck that.
I thought it'd go well with vodka.
If you want to be a total arse, give it to someone that doesn't drink. There you go. And tell them, oh, mate, happy Christmas, and watch them get drunk. Placebo effect. That's what I'd do. I'd find the bit where it says how much alcohol it's got in it, and I'll just randomly stick something over the top of it just to be an arse. There, mate. Merry Christmas. Enjoy it from me and the family.
I thought it was funny when I saw it.
Yeah.
Are you doing the reading, or do you want to share it and we'll show it?
Whenever you get ready, man. I ain't in no rush. It's just sitting over there.
Yeah.
Let's
Well, I can't be bothered looking for it. So
I got it. It's right here. It's the big fish behind me. I'm ready. You know me. Who you fucking with?
Go for it.
Balls deep, baby. Desiderata, words for life. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not feign affection, neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly to the counsel of years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than trees and stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt, the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations, in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace within your soul. With all its sham and drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful and strive to be happy. Max Ehrman, 1927. This is for Car Thief News. You're welcome, bud.
Now that was different.
Yeah. That's basically where we strive to be, right? Different.
Yeah.
And he's doing some stuff, so he's around. He's in the chat.
Yeah, that's good.
By the way, Stangu, I know you're in the background somewhere, but can you just do us a favour, mate? Can you clear out cells 2, 4, and 8?
No. I've got something in cell 8. Don't look in there.
Oh, all right. Leave cell 8 alone then, please. Thank you.
You don't want to know what's in there.
We don't want to release it. Not again.
Never again.
I hear Black Watch. A
you know what my most
wonderful and
requested
deep
thing
meaning
is?
merger of words, philosophy, direction in life, desire for a fulfilled life, logic itself. And then, why do we enjoy the reading? Oh, sorry, the reciting of it.
That was requested by Car Thief News. He said there was some really good ones, but he wanted one that was just read out, basically. That everybody else does sound effects and stuff. I was like, man, you got to put a little music in there.
Yeah, you don't want sound effects on a poem, do you?
I guess if you like that kind of thing, maybe.
Oh, yeah, but it takes away the meaning of the poem, I think.
I agree. There's some that could benefit from it, but very few.
Stangu says he's eating as quick as he can. He'll be there. They will soon be gone.
Who are you eating?
I wonder who he's eating. Yeah.
Oh dear. Ew.
If you think about it, the way you put it.
Well, that's how he put it. I read it exactly how he put it. He said, quote, "I'm eating as quick as I can. They will be gone soon, or they will soon be gone."
I'm not saying that you didn't say it wrong. It's just the interpretation.
Blame Stangu.
It's all my fault.
Well, I blame Jay. Hello, JD. How you doing?
I blame Goo.
I never blame Stangu. Yeah, be careful what you show. I don't want to get another copyright. I had a bunch of clowns do that. Thank you very much. I had a copyright strike a couple of weeks ago for showing a picture of a clown, and it seems to me now as if the clown's looking for somebody else to take the piss out of. Was
it Pennywise by any chance?
No. These are what's the We the People Tyrant Finder. They are. That's the name of the channel. Apparently they don't like me.
Visit from St. Nicholas. I'll say it's a visit from St. Nicholas. Stop it. Sorry. A few, yes. Occasionally, I have issues. Because it didn't do. There we go. That's how it's supposed to do.
Only occasionally you have issues.
All I heard was stop it.
I know.
That's what I say to my dog.
Well, I say it to my YouTube whenever I hit the button and it starts playing inexplicably. Because I haven't released this one yet, but it's uploaded and in the stack. I got a couple of them. I did The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. I tried real hard to do it as Foghorn Leghorn, but I was really sick when I was recording it, and I just could not do the I say without coughing up alarm.
Oh dear.
I love the autumn brown, by the way. In the leaves.
Well, two roads diverge in a yellow wood, bud.
Well, it doesn't really look yellow to me, but you know. Okay, what's this? You only have issues on
the Road Not Taken.
Oh, UK transparency.
Oh dear.
Oh wait, Bootsy, check this out. Two roads diverge in a yellow wood. I say they diverged in a yellow wood, boy. And sorry I could not travel both. You know, it can't go both ways, boy. I've been working on it.
It needs a little bit more. Not much.
I know. Like I said, I've been working on it. I still haven't quite gotten over that freaking lung flu, although it's a lot better.
Nope.
Well, you're breathing better than you were.
Oh, my God. Am I? I lost my voice for almost a week.
I got a phone call from my wonderful son just to let me know that he's got a really bad cold. He did sound bad. Just warning me in case I decided to descend on him over the Christmas period. Well,
go over there and lick his doorknobs.
It just means I'm not going to see my granddaughter until next year.
Just go ahead and get it over with. Start out by licking the doorknobs, then have a really good time.
Yeah. Well, he can't go anywhere near her.
Lick every door handle, bit of cutlery, side.
Dude, I've been threatening that crap since all this started. When they were like, put a mask on, don't go in public. I'm licking door handles. Screw all of y'all. I don't care.
Oh, yeah. I'm like that and all.
Yeah, I mean,
If
I
I get
don't
it, I get it.
mind. It's not. It's neither there or here or there for me.
Yeah.
Um.
If I get it, I get it. If I die, I die.
Well, yeah. What's going to happen?
My point is, no amount of attempting to be clean, sanitary, or safe is going to make any diddly difference to something so tiny that it literally flies through the holes in your mask like fighter squadrons. Trying to explain to somebody how tiny a virus is impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how can I put this? If it makes you feel better,
Okay, sure. If it makes you feel better, but it's not my responsibility to make you feel better. You go feel better by yourself, with yourself. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. At the end of the day, I just think it's much ado about nothing.
Yeah,
if I'm honest.
Well, now you're in the UK and stuff, and that whole Bill of Rights things doesn't seem to really apply to y'all real hard. Like they don't seem to care. So around here, it came down to basically police would pull you over and ask you to go home, and I'd be like, no, and go about what I was doing.
Oh, don't.
They're like, well, there's been a governor's order. I said, yeah. He said, to not go to work. I'm going fishing.
PPR, as you're a healthcare worker, you are in the front line for every single piece of bacteria known or unknown to man.
Oh, yeah.
And, I see a lot of people going around visiting, healthcare workers, doing outreach stuff and whatnot. And there's two in the car. They don't wear a mask. They get out. They put a mask on. Now, how the hell does that work?
Yep.
No. The mask itself makes no sense. The only time the mask is effective is if you are actively sick, actively coughing and sneezing. It stops droplets, not viruses.
Yes.
So yes, if you're sick, if you're coughing, sure. If you have to go into public, first of all, avoid public. If you have to go, put on a mask. Sure. But somebody driving across the country,
you shouldn't go out.
That's true, exactly. But if you have to, if you absolutely must wear a mask. That being said, somebody riding in their car alone wearing a mask, oh, they're just dumb. That's just you don't get sick from getting cold. You don't get sick from getting wet. You get sick from encountering other people who are sick.
Yeah, and you see people wearing a mask in cars, and all their windows are rolled up as well. It's like, take the bloody mask off, you idiot.
But anyway, to each his own, however y'all want to handle it. When I was ordered to put a mask on, or I couldn't go to a place I had to go, I went and put on a Mandalorian helmet and a suit of armor and came back. And she said, you can take that off. I don't care anymore. I was like, good.
Well, there was 5 guys that went into a bank with masks, and they turned around and they said, it's the first time I've had a chance to come in here with a mask. I've been waiting for years and years and years. Now give me all your money, as they pointed a couple of shotguns at the faces.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Stangu, hello.
Hi,
Yo.
Stangu.
Hello. How's it going? I'm just in the middle of something at the moment. So I'm with you, but I'm not with you. I've got a visitor who's leaving very shortly.
He's with us.
Oh, is that what you was eating then?
Yeah, that's who I'm eating. Yeah.
So why have you left the legs?
Season's eatings. Sorry.
Why did you leave the legs?
They don't need the legs.
Hey, Jay. What's Jay doing in the chat? Anyway. I'll be back in a sec. I'll be back in a sec.
The low mask wearers, I fear for my own germs.
Well, actually, that helps out people a lot if you'll think about it. If you come across somebody who's out in the middle of an open field in the woods wearing a mask, you already know you're dealing with an idiot. Somebody riding alone in a car wearing a mask, You already know this is a low information individual who's just doing what they're told. You can't have a conscientious conversation with this individual.
Have you noticed it's the same when it comes to talking to the police?
Oh yeah.
And they don't necessarily always wear masks.
That was one of
Sometimes
my biggest complaints. Why the hell would you give armed thugs on the highway the right to hide their faces?
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry. They are one of the most active and most prodigious gangs in America. They operate with straight thug tactics.
And they create a law to protect themselves with.
The police can't, but they know people who can.
Well, no, they just make it up and then they go and get it made.
Yeah, that's that British shit again, ain't it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that? I was just sitting here thinking, oh man, I'll take that shit to the Supreme Court. We'll hash this out. We'll figure it out.
Well, that's what they
Y'all
do.
I had that right. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, the police have to, can say as many lies as they like until they get to court.
So
and then they just double up on it. Sorry, I didn't really want to talk about police and whatnot today, to be honest.
Really? Because you're the one that brought it up.
Well, you were talking about dickheads.
Oh yeah, well that does seem to follow.
Yeah. Not that I would ever call our boys and girls in blue a dickhead in any way.
Well, I straight would. I'll do it to their face. In fact, I call my chief of police, who I went to school with and rode the bus with most of my life. Every time I see him, I ask him what's shaking bacon. And he giggles like a little schoolgirl, like a little hentai girl. It's fucking hilarious because he's like 6'3" and 300 pounds. He goes, it's fucking...
You want to record it one day?
He'd probably be down, but you should have seen the look on his face when I went to my dad's birthday and the sheriff was there and I walked over. Was like, "Hey, bud, do you know what swatting is?" He's like, "No." So I explained. I was like, "You have my phone number. I keep my phone right next to me. When I'm streaming, if something comes up, somebody tries to swat me, call me. I'll let you in on a private basis. You can walk through and check out anything you want, but you are not coming into my house under the color of law. Don't do that." He giggled. Was like, "Okay, man, I'll give you a call." I was like, "All right, I'm telling you, don't go busting in my door because some asshole in California thought he was going to be funny. Because I will be interviewing your ass live when you come in. That shit would be happening."
I just saw that in by UK. Sitting out today, Grim. A cop arrests someone because they didn't want to talk to them. They then said that the person assaulted them silently, obviously. That's about right for the police.
Oh yeah. I love how Stangu's got a little romantic setup going on.
No, it's not romantic. He's into candles and smelly things, and that looks like a Christmas.
He's into smelly things. I got something for him. Hey,
don't fart on screen, please.
You putting all those candles on for me? You ready it all for me, son?
Oh, you know he is.
Yes, touch the flames. Burn, baby, burn.
To the disco inferno. Not quite. So, I'm going to ask a very serious question. Right?
No.
I told you into smelly shit. On the 25th, there's supposed to be a day of celebration. Okay. How many people will have others around them? Or will be on their own? Shits and giggles.
I'm probably going to get along.
I will have my partner and my dog.
Right, so you're not alone?
No.
Well, I'll be with my dog. Does that count?
You'll be with what, sorry?
My dog. My wife's father passed away a couple of weeks ago, and her mom is in Savannah alone, so she's having to go down there and do some of the management and stuff like that. And I've got to stay here and keep the dogs. So I'll probably end up with a Waffle House hooker or something. I don't know.
Okay, right. So you're going to be on your own. Stangu's got no friends anyway, so he'll probably be on his own.
Absolutely.
So
No, he'll have his candles. He won't be alone. He'll
Yes.
have his candles.
well, I'm still planning. I'm not sure what platform it's going to be
I'm
on yet,
surrounded by
but
bodies.
it won't be. Oh, she's disappeared.
Something happened. You did it. I blame you.
I never touched her.
It's probably my
Honest.
fault.
No. Alone in a virtual video call with the. Okay. I was referring to Christmas Day actually, but thanks very much. I'm going to be doing an alternative Christmas party. I can't do it on YouTube because I'll get banned. So I've got to look for. I am still looking for a platform to do it on, and it might be that we have to do it in on the website, which is one of the reasons why I've relaunched the website. But it will be. I will be playing Christmas music. Are you bored? Oh dear. Sorry about that.
So we get those regarding that. I'll be bored at work, lol. Sounds a bit Aerofordian, but it's bored. I'll be bored at work. Some of us work over the holidays, don't we?
All right. Okay. So for those who can tune in anyway, one way or another, even if you just sit in a gallery and listen, it might be a closed show from that point of view. But yeah, it will be the alternative Christmas music. So what I've wanted to do for a long time.
So you're playing Easter music then?
Oh, I won't be playing any sort of religious music whatsoever, but I will be playing your favorite song, Stangu.
Oh, thank you. What, White Rabbit? Oh,
no, walking around in women's underwear.
On there.
How grim. You told me you'd save your special time for me.
Sasquatch, of course you're invited.
But, dude, my wife's going to find out.
Well, again.
Then she's going to want to come with me.
Damn. Hello, Vicky Norris. How are you doing?
Gran Canaria for a skiing holiday. I've never been there. Isn't there a hot place? Oh,
I thought that was
plenty of spirits with me. Have you really, Jay? Right, I might be busy on the 25th then. I like spirits.
We've noticed the last time you were here, you were on spirits all night. Oh no, it's a bottle of wine.
Oh, damn. We're going to talking about Christmas stuff now, ain't we? How'd you do that?
Oh, dear.
Well, you can't really, not talk about it. But I did come across a very old song. Not many of you would remember it. It was done by Monty Python. And it's called Ho Ho Fucking Ho.
Sacred. Every sperm is grand.
That one.
Like I say, not many people will know anything about Monty Python. But we can always look on the bright side of life.
Oh my God, that is probably one of my biggest heroes is that whole troupe. A bunch of weirdo, gay, weird Englishmen that got a hold of some stop motion photography and went ham. That's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
I thought that around direction.
I just want to give a shout out to PPR. Not only did he let me on his panel the early hours of this morning, he says last night, but for me, it was the early hours in the morning. Near enough. I met a few people who I've never met before on there, and I must say I was welcomed even before I told them about what I'd done for them. So just want a big shout out to people who are coming over, because quite a few of them, some of them are in the States, some of them are from over here. But there's a couple of people I do want to speak to. One of them is Crazy Girl, because apparently she does some really good paranormal activity research stuff, so to speak. So I'm looking forward to meeting up. Wolf Lover, give me a second.
Did
I'll
you just
get my
admit to
life
cheating
back
on me?
on.
How dare you? Don't you know we got kids at home?
Hey, what?
You have 3 kids with me, and you're just going to run off with some floozy? How dare you? I'm sorry. I'm
Well,
bored.
we had the indie show earlier. Now we've got the Causation Sasquatch show.
Oh, it'll do it. It'll happen. Just don't slip. Don't slip.
Look. He moves on his own.
Don't slip. I'll take over. Way bigger.
That's what she tried to tell you. That's why she left you.
Why'd you come back, though? That's my question.
You found a magnifying glass.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, good evening, and afternoon.
Is that Canada or US? I can't remember now. Sherilyn. That would be Canada, maybe?
Everyone's saying hello, Cheryl. Well, of course it's hellos to Cheryl. How are you doing, Cheryl? Good morning. But it is morning in some places.
It is.
It's all odds. Burbs don't reel.
It's always night here.
That's because
Pretty
you
sure
don't
that's
pay
your
your electric bill.
Good morning. Hey,
Why have you got Christmas tree lights flashing?
Who?
You.
I've always got lights up there. They're all year round. They're not called Christmas lights. They're called fairy lights.
Oh, that explains why you've got them then.
Yeah. They're all year round. They're cheaper than running a light bulb. Oh, that looks nice. Where's that? Is that outside your window? Is it? I like the crack. Is that the neighbour's house? Is it? Is it that
This
kind of
this is a clip
Is
that
that
I
your
picked up.
St. Nicholas background?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I get to know him too well. That's the trouble.
And with the heating costs as well, this keeps you warm too, doesn't it? It's, got the old Scrooge gloves on as well. Yeah.
I'm in Georgia. It's not actually that cold.
Georgia. That's
It's
South
not that
Carolina,
cold,
isn't it?
Actually. No.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Well, we don't really claim Atlanta anymore. It sort of went south for south. But yeah,
I thought you were going to say under the
you're
sea.
right.
It sank.
The lost city of Atlanta. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you will get to understand the British humour, as they say.
I'll make you a deal. We can discuss abbreviating my First Amendment just as soon as you show me on this doll where the bad words hurt you. Waiting. Still waiting.
I'm waiting. I'm actually waiting for what I saw. It was a horrific picture. There's an auditor over here called Bear Britain Audits, and he dressed up in a Santa suit. He made the mistake of showing me the photograph. The trouble was, right, the one I saw was not the one that he showed later on. He looked as if he'd been squashed and widened. He looked like a dwarf looking for his part in Snow White.
absolutely right. Can I say, yeah, Outlaw, this here, I sometimes put a tea light in this. It's just got it's got an incense cone in it, and it works in the same way. I'll tell you, you can put a tea light in that, and it gives off a fair bit of heat, even though it's got all the holes in it. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, definitely. Just like those ashtrays you get at pubs with a plant pot on top, and you set fire to all the stuff underneath to keep to keep warm in the winter.
You mean you used to?
Well, I don't go. Well, all the pubs have closed down. I am anyway. Actually, there's a reopening of one this week.
That's why I like rednecks. Rednecks can never close. You can always go get some liquor from the rednecks because they're always making fresh liquor.
And it's usually cheaper.
I mean, you're not paying for taste, are you? You just want to decrease an engine block or kill some brain cells.
Yeah.
What's this regarding? Sorry, I've missed something here. I'm going to try the Estes method next week of investigation. What's this all about?
I've never heard of it. Cheryl,
Estes.
you can always hop up and tell us all about it.
Yeah, investigating. Are we talking paranormal investigations here, or what do you call it? PI, detective work. Estes. I'm gonna have to look that up now.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you put that on because it means he's going to shut up.
Maybe.
Me?
I think you know something. You ask nicely, and Cheryl appears.
Oh,
Hello,
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Oh, hi, Cheryl.
I'm
Oh,
good
you can
day.
explain to me. I don't need
How
to
is
Google it.
everyone? Okay, so the Estes method. I'm going ghost hunting next week, doing a paranormal investigation. So
Oh, okay.
I'll be blindfolded, and I'll have headphones on really loud with the spirit box running in the headphones.
I'm familiar with that. I didn't know it was called that though. Sorry, carry on.
And then my cousin will be across the theater, this haunted theater we're going to, asking the questions. So I told her, she goes, well, I'm going to scare you when I touch you and take you out of it. And I said, don't touch me. I said, I'll jump up swinging. I said, stomp on the ground next to me. I'll feel that.
I'm sorry. I'm entranced by your voice. I'm certain you're trying to tell me something. But you're just
I've seen people freak out using that method. It's like total immersion, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll make me feel pretty vulnerable.
Yes.
Pretty vulnerable.
I was just thinking then, it wasn't what I thought it was. I thought it was a new edition of the Suma Carter or something.
No, God.
you have my attention. I'm now trying to figure out what you were saying. There's new news in that vicinity I wish to know immediately.
The horror books I'm making. That sounds even better, doesn't it? The horror books. My
What
version.
What do you want to know there, Sassy? Gotcha.
There you go. She's back.
I'm back. Good thing about having a fast charger, I've got 50% already.
Not like a bit of fast charging in it. We're not talking about your phone, are we? Or are we? I can't remember.
It goes buzz.
There's nothing politically correct on this show.
No.
Push the boundaries as far as we can without getting barred.
Oh, that's so tempting because I found a very, very funny picture earlier.
Did I ever show you that parody of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, God.
About how they're not white kids.
You show all sorts of things.
I know, but specifically a parody of Ninja Turtles. You've seen. Have you? I thought I showed you that one. You got to see it. It'll offend your soul.
How can it offend my soul? I don't have one.
Yeah, it definitely don't have a soul in him.
Oh.
Don't forget, I steal people's souls. Especially when they're blindfolded and they've got their ears covered up.
Hey, watch it. I pack a gun.
I want to know, how is it that a bunch of turtles that grew up in a sewer in Harlem sound like white kids from the Midwest?
Because the actors do.
Right. They should never have been cast as a bunch of white kids from the Midwest. If those turtles grew up in Harlem, they should sound like, they grew up in Harlem. right?
Yeah, but don't forget they had a rat that trained them.
Don't get me
So
started.
Can I just give a little bit of information? I've just looked at the Estes method, if that's how you pronounce it, Estes. It was named the Estes method due to where the method was conceived. Colorado. Perhaps it has a little bit of shine because it was first used in Estes Park, Colorado, in the hallowed halls of the infamous Stanley Hotel. Isn't that that's the place where they filmed The Shining, right? Isn't it?
Wouldn't that be unhallowed?
Unhallowed.
I'm just saying, if we're going to mix metaphors, shouldn't we mix them right direction?
Well, I'm pretty excited for this place. It's a historical. The theater's been around for over 100 years. It definitely has known spirits in it, according to the owners. And I have. When I was a child, I saw spirits, and I actually got yelled at every Saturday by my mother saying that there's no such thing as ghosts. Mom, I'm seeing somebody sitting there, and I would give a description and everything. So I talked to the owner of the building, and I told her, the current owner, what I had seen when I was a child, and she said, "Oh my God, that was a projectionist. He died up in the projection booth."
Wow.
And he'd come out and smoke a cigarette in the row that you saw him in the upper balcony. He's a known spirit here. There's a woman spirit there and 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited.
Wow. You believe you're in tune. I mean, some people say it takes a certain person. Others would say, well, anybody can do it. You just have to have the time, the patience, or, to be able to do it. You just, it's not necessarily a gift. It's something that you can.
I can help.
Some people are scared. Some people are scared of that.
Yeah. Some people are stronger than others. It depends on your state of mind, I believe.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the mushrooms. It doesn't care what your state of mind is.
Oh, heck no. I could never do that on mushrooms. I'd trip out.
You want to hear
news
about
flash?
I
I'll
had
just give a quick news flash. PPR has found the film 50 Shades.
There you go. Yeah, there's a blindfolding. Oh, sorry,
I went on a ghost hunt one time.
I think that was the 50 Shades. There's a blindfolding and sensory deprivation law. So 50 Shades of Estes.
Not Horty. I don't know why y'all keep doing this.
Drums.
But my ghost hunt included 3 really hot chicks and a really dopey guy with a camera, right? And so we go out to this ancient ice house, and I say ancient, y'all probably think it wasn't too old. It's like 200 years old. Locally, that's fairly old. And so we're out there. There's all this old original creosote construction and stuff. It's half freaking submerged in the swamp because, it's really old. And there's this big ice house bunker where they used to keep the actual ice, inside a big, it vaguely resembles a kiln, except it was kept stuff cold, not hot. Anyway, this thing has this big ass door on the front, and you can open and close it about 8 inches or so, just enough to squeeze in. And hobos regularly, it's right next to the train tracks, ice house, and hobos regularly stay in that little building. I grew up out here. I was aware it was out there, and it never really struck me as a very creepy place. These people were really creeped out by it. So we go through the whole thing, and when we first get there, there are 2 Dos Equis sitting on the little loading bay in the back, and I notice them. And when I get out of the car, they're gone. And I was like, okay, there's somebody here. So of course, wandering around, we hear stuff. They freak out. They're doing thermal stuff and all that stuff. And I'm just looking for the guy that's staying in the vault, right? Mm-hmm. Just waiting to figure out who it was. And eventually, after wandering around a while, I got separated from them, and I stepped over to the vault and was like, "Hey, y'all might not want to come out until these people leave. They're nuts." Somebody goes, "All right, I got my beers." It's like, okay. Push the door on, closed. Well, I checked it out, ain't nothing in there, and walked away. That was my ghost hunting experience. I'm sorry, I'm just not Not by ghosties. They don't hold no sway over me, man. I ain't done nothing to them.
Last time I went, we got, I think I've told Grim this before, we got chased out of the cemetery by coyotes. And we were about 2 football fields lengths away from my car. So we had to run from one end of the cemetery
Wow.
all the way back to the car.
I think we both know that's good eating.
That must have been scary.
Well, we made the decision this time, neither of us are wearing any body spray, any perfume.
Just carry a pistol. No joke. Just carry a pistol. That's all you have to.
That's what I did. But I only had 5 shots in my revolver, but then I got to thinking about it after the fact. It only would have taken 1 shot to scare the whole pack off.
Right. It won't take but one. Whether it's a pack of coyotes or a group of people. If you shoot one of them, the rest run.
Yeah, but, in that fear moment, I did not honestly think of that.
Oh, would you actually shoot a coyote though if it was coming at you?
I had.
Yes, that's got saying yes, but
No,
I mean,
yes, I've shot a coyote, and yes, I felt like it was coming at me.
right. Is it?
So
when I say legal, I mean, is it? Are you
absolutely legal? They are overpopulated and completely out of place. They're not even supposed to be this far east, so they're basically an invasive species. We're supposed to get wolves, not coyotes.
Ooh.
You shouldn't have said wolves with wolf lover here.
Well, we've been reintroducing them slowly.
Unfortunately, in Washington, we have so many wild animals such as coyotes, bobcats, bear, cougars.
Byproduct of the wolves. If the wolves were still there, you would not have nearly as many pesky varmints out there like that.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, we were expecting in the cemetery to run into a deer or freaking rabbits or something like that, but we sure as hell did not expect a pack of coyotes to cross the road, come into the cemetery, and start surrounding us. That was not in the plan. So I just looked at her and I said, "That's fucking coyotes. Run."
Wow.
Well, hello, Jamie. How you doing, mate?
Anyway, I'm gonna hop back down, guys.
The only thing I would expect to find in a cemetery would be dead people.
Oh, there's lots of those there.
That's all right. Because usually there's a wall that they're dying to get over. I'm not sure if they want to escape or get in.
What I find quite interesting is going up to the walls, the walls that have the caskets in them. I can't remember what they're called, the mausoleum. And actually hearing something tapping from the inside. Now that will trip you to heck out. And I looked at my cousin and I said, that was inside. And she goes, oh, it was that piece of wood that was moving over there. And I said, no. I said, tap your fingernail on that marble.
You want to talk to him?
Well, no, yeah, we stood there and talked to it. Didn't talk back, though. We tapped on the wall. She tapped on the wall with her fake fingernails, and I said, that was the noise I just heard. And she goes, yeah, I heard it. It was in the camera. Yeah, it's a trip. It can get a little edgy at times, I don't know. You've got to be prepared and watch your back at all times.
I mean, the thing is, do you believe that cemeteries or graveyards hold much in the way of energies?
Oh, I can feel it there. It's not necessarily a dark energy. Now, there is another cemetery that we went to that did have dark energy, and we both felt it. The second time we went there, we felt it really bad, and we both said, okay, we're giving up. We're walking away from this one because it's exceptionally dark tonight. Our flashlights are not even illuminating. It already told us to F off. It told us to run. I think with the feelings that we're both having, because it wasn't just me. I had 3 layers of clothes on, and I had goosebumps under my skin. Under my clothes. So it was something that was right there with us, and we could hear footsteps in the gravel, and there was no one there. So it's, I think we better just tap out on this one tonight. It's not feeling right. And she's like, yeah, I agree.
You do have to wonder why energies would be trapped in a place like that, especially if they're off haunting their loved ones or people. Unless some are trapped. I mean, there could have been, like, say, priests maybe that lived there or spent the majority of their time there when they passed on. That's the place that they were grounded to. Maybe that kind of thing, or people that have nowhere to return
Probably
to.
can't get out of the boxes.
People that are trapped. Okay.
Well, one of the graves had one of the markers that we found in a junk pile. They had taken all the markers off, homemade markers off, and threw them in this junk pile, and it made me furious. Somebody took the time to make this beautiful piece for their loved one's, grave. So I walked over to the junk pile, and I walked through the cemetery until I found that man's name. So she turned the spirit box on, and I was tapping it back with a big old dirt mound, dirt. It was a hard piece of dirt, almost like a rock, but it wasn't a rock. And I'm tapping it into the ground at his headstone. And it said, this spirit box behind me says, marker. Thank you.
Wow.
What are the chances of that? I am putting his marker back in his grave.
Yeah.
He turns around and thanks me.
That's the interesting stuff. It is. What are the chances? As you say, it could be chance, it could be coincidence, but still it happens. And that's the interesting stuff, isn't it? It's no sign of anything.
Exactly.
But
Out of all the words it could have chosen to say, how did a little radio box know that I was putting a marker in that man's grave?
yeah.
So things like that, you just can't deny some of those things. A lot of people are skeptics. And, and I understand that. You can believe whatever you believe, but
Absolutely.
when you've experienced things throughout your lifetime and you're completely sane, I mean, how do you doubt that?
I mean,
talking to same people, I just want to say hi to Kinga's Music. It's a while since you've been here, but it's nice of you to return. All good souls do. Sorry, Stangu, I know I cut you off there in your prime.
No, it's all right. I forgot what I was going to say now. Sorry.
That's what I mean.
But I'll let you know how it goes. We're going to be going. She gets here the 23rd from Montana and she's got what she calls a boo bag. So it's got every piece of equipment that you could imagine in there. And
Are you recording it?
Yeah, we'll be recording it. Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
That's interesting. Do you live stream as well, or just record?
Well, I have an incident that happened at my father's house that my dad doesn't even know about. She wanted to go to my dad's house and investigate, and I said, absolutely not. My dad does not know that I have done that there. My stepmom would be terrified if she knew what was going on. But there's something in my dad's garage, and it was responding to me. It kept knocking back at me. And then I was walking up the stairs, and I was about the third or fourth stair from the top. Nobody was at the house but me. I was the only one there, and something actually whispered in my right ear, and it went. And I spun around really quick, and there is nothing there. And I'm like, okay, I heard you. I know you're here. So last time I was there, I went out and I took this spirit box that I have, and I went out on the front porch where they couldn't see me. And I said, I want to know who the woman is in the house. And I said, and I'm not shutting this thing off until you tell me a name. And it gave me a couple guys' names, and I said, no. I want to know who the woman was that was speaking to me on the stairs. Tell me your name. And it popped off Lucille.
Wow.
So it was pretty trippy. My daughter looked at me like, oh my God, because she told me when she was a child that there was something there. She said, Mom, something's there. I feel a woman there, and she talks to me, and I can't see her. And I'm like, oh, you're just imagining it, trying to make it okay in her mind as a child, but there is definitely something there. You can feel, I can feel it. But there's no way I'd tell my dad that.
Do you use any other methods? Would you dabble with, say, the spirit board or Ouija boards?
No.
You don't? No, you don't.
No, in fact, she's bringing her dowsing rods, and I said, I'm not touching them.
What, dowsing? Why not? Why not dowsing rods?
I just don't want to feel that. I feel enough energy. I don't need to feel
the spirit stick.
Yeah, you can literally feel the energy coming through the dowsing rods.
Yeah, you know about those. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't want to feel that. I feel enough energy as it is, just walking into that theater to go to a movie, because it's still open as a functioning theater.
So when it comes to the Estes methods, don't you think you're going to be acting as or possibly acting as a conduit.
Yeah, in a sense, yes, but I don't know. I just feel safer doing that than the rods. I don't know why. I can't explain why. I'm not touching those rods.
So, have you considered whilst you're doing that, maybe automatic writing? You know, a pencil and paper in front of you, just in case something tries to use you.
You know, that's a good idea. I think I'll do that.
Yeah, it's always good to have pencil and paper there, isn't it? I mean, if you just feel the moment and you feel your hand start to go, you never know what could
Just start writing stuff down. I'm going to be blindfolded, so I can just write stuff down. I know how to write, so good
Sometimes
idea.
shapes, images, words. It could be all sorts, couldn't it? But in that case, I mean, if you were prepared to do that, or if you felt comfortable doing that, isn't that what the Ouija board was originally designed for?
Yeah, but I'm still not touching that thing.
No.
I messed with one when I was a teenager, and it did some stuff that I've never touched one since. I wouldn't even allow my kids to have one in the house because it scared me that bad.
Okay.
It was a different feeling when I messed with it. It was more of an evil feeling. I know, and some people can use it with ease, you know, but to me, what I experienced was evil, and so therefore I won't touch that again.
One of the missing.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I personally believe that they can damage you psychologically. It depends on your state of mind. If you're sure that you don't want to do it, then it's best not to, isn't it? If you've got that doubt already, then you're not in that mindset to actually approach it in a way safely. I mean, to use protection, and before anybody says anything, you know, you do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Go ahead, Grim.
I wouldn't say anything at all regarding protection because I think it's very, very important when you go out looking for things, regardless of what it is that you're looking for. Because if you find it, you've got to be able to run very bloody quickly. So make sure you take 2 guns with you.
One on each hip. I'll take my 9 and my 38. Ta-ta.
Here's a message
It'd be like a scene from the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, really. Cheryl the gunslinger dies in the cemetery of a heart attack.
I just want to say hi to Paul Whitelawns. There's a few people who've come in. They obviously know each other. For the first time, welcome. Hope you come back. It's a very chilled scenario here. Very rarely do we have any drama. All we ask is that people leave their own crap at the door and come in and enjoy. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, that's sweet. His friends.
Well, I don't know about Stangu, but Sasquatch is a nice guy.
I got some.
I don't know about Grim.
No, I can't comment about him. Jeez.
It can be a right pain in the backside at times.
The night before.
No, damn. Hey,
I love that woman's accent.
this is great. You remember Captain Curmudgeon, Graham? Pretty sure y'all were on the same After Dark at least once. But anyway, a year ago he did a reading. He did a parody reading of A Visit from St. Nicholas called A Visit from St. Fauci. Would you like to hear the absolute rolled gold that I found?
Yes.
St. Fauci.
All right.
Before Christmas, and throughout the
get thrown off for this one.
Staffer was stirring.
Hold on. What?
I said we'll get thrown off for this one.
Oh, dude, it gets real funny about halfway through. It starts getting me tickled. I'm going to mute myself because I will otherwise just giggle the whole way through it.
Yeah. Guys, this is on. Looks like it's on for about 20 minutes. 21, 20.
Oh, no. This is only about 4 minutes or 3, something like that. It's just the very beginning.
All right.
You good?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
The night before Christmas, and throughout the West Wing, not a staffer was stirring. one could not hear a thing. The stockings by the chimney had been unhung with haste, for they'd forgot stripper grandbaby, and they had to save face. The Bidens were nestled all snug in their bed, while visions of corn pop danced in Joe's head. And Dr. Jill in her jammies and Joe in Depends had just settled down to see how Matlock ends. When on the east lawn there arose such a ruckus, it must be the Russians. I just knew they'd fuck us. Joe sprang from his bed, but he sprang not so fast, for he's 900 years old. Not much longer he'll last. The moon, it shone brightly on the fresh fallen snow, but Joe was too blind to see objects below, when what to his failing old eyes did appear but Anthony Fauci on a sleigh with reindeer. And that little old driver, so old and so bony, Joe knew in a moment it must be St. Tony. Like a transgender swimmer, his coursers they came, and he harangued and shouted and called them by name. Now Lemon, now Koopa, now Velshi and Todd, on Stelta and Maddow, obey me like God, to the top of the house, to the top of the residence, abide by the mandates, I don't need no evidence. And as the unvaxxed out of venues were thrown, they hit the ground hard with a sickening groan. To the top of the White House, the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of masks, and St. Anthony too. And then in a twinkling, up on top of the structure, Joe could hear all the whining of those silly race hucksters. As Joe drew his head in and turned to his right, down the chimney came Tony, and it gave him a fright. He was clad in a white coat and stethoscope too, and the masks on his face numbered not one, but two. A bundle of vaccines was flung on his back, and he looked like a junkie who'd just run out of smack. His eyes, they were downcast, his cheeks were so sunken, he looked like a hobo, though slightly less drunken. His mean little mouth twisted into a frown, but Joe couldn't tell, for his mask wasn't down. A syringe was held tightly in St. Tony's fist, as, "Take your damn booster!" he screamed and he hissed. He had a gaunt face and a big pair of glasses, and he called the whole country a bunch of dumbasses. He was surly and vain, such a nasty old prick. He needed someone to tell him, "Eat a big bag of dicks." But with a wink of his eye and a jab of his needle, his celebrity status, it surpassed the Beatles. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his task, and he jabbed all the Bidens in the arm or the ass. And when he had finished, he flew back to the roof, saying, "You guys are all good now. You won't get the coof." He sprung to his sleigh, and he said to his team, "Let's get going now. Let's pick up the steam. We've got more arms to jab in homes and in schools, so I'll see you next Christmas, you gullible fools."
Absolute rolled gold, baby.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Definitely.
It is a true story, yes.
When he gave me permission to show that, I said, "I'm gonna make you fucking famous. You have no idea what you've done."
Can I just say that it may be fact, it may be based on fact, but there again, who knows? But I'll tell you what, you get jabbed in the ass.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Gotta put that on the end, allegedly.
Of every sentence I've ever spoken. Allegedly.
Who was that guy?
That's Captain Curmudgeon. Hold on, I'll drop the link. He's
please
like
do.
I said, solid rolled gold. And he does like a general political kind of commentator thing, but he's only got like 160 subs. Picked up 50 of them since he met me, though. Yes, sir.
Well, that's it. In that case, then definitely put the link in the chat, and I would ask everyone
I did.
to go over and say hello.
Well said.
Don't tell him Sasquatch sent you. It'll confuse the shit out of him and tickle me.
Or you could turn around and say the Grim Reaper sent you. That would really confuse him.
It actually sounds like a superhero group. Captain Curmudgeon, Caucasian Sasquatch, and the Grim Reaper. Well, that should be a comic book. I'll ride a unicorn into battle. It would be fucking great.
Oh, hang on. The unicorn is not a unicorn anymore. I've got its own.
Oh,
That's what she said.
Oh, the innuendos.
Did you post his link?
Cheryl, you might get used to us one day.
yeah, it's
Hard pass on that one. You shouldn't bother. I mean, it's not worth the time.
Well, I could start calling you a Canadian Sasquatch.
And offend every Canadian walking? I think not. They'll apologize to you and then offer you poutine and gravy.
Yeah, poutine, yes.
What is poutine?
It is cheese curds over fries with a specific type of duck gravy.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Specific type. I didn't know that bit. I knew it was cheese curds and chips, but what's
Yeah,
it?
the-
What type of
now-
gravy?
Modern poutine's made from random oil, but the original poutine recipe is cheese curds over Belgian fries with duck, a certain type of duck gravy. It's like an onion au jus gravy. I hear it's absolutely fantastic.
Ooh.
Okay.
Have you ever eaten duck?
I've tried it. Many years ago. It was when I was over in Canada. There was a solar powered van that used to pull up in the park, and they had one of those old chip slicers. You know, the ones where you put the potato in there and you pull the handle down and it whoosh, shreds it. It just chops it into chips. So they drop that in the fryer, just one portion, one potato. Put the curds on there and the gravy. They even had one called a Woodstock where they put a hot dog on there. It was like a heart attack in a tray, apparently. If you threw this hot dog on there too.
Yeah.
You're talking about chips to an American. They think it's a bag of crisps.
I understand what you're saying. I have one of those slices I'm talking about.
They were not
Like,
fries. These were actual potato. Well, not potato chips. That sounds even worse, doesn't it? They're actual chunky
What we
chips
would refer to as French fries.
or home fries, maybe.
Yeah, that's it. Home fries would
Home
do.
fries. Hey, up.
Someone just requested that I read the phone book.
Oh my God, it's the Baldy.
Hey, bud.
Baldy Crafter.
How we doing? All right.
I'm alive. You good?
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. How is everyone on here?
You're good.
I was
She's
okay till somebody
good.
came up.
He just showed up to pick on us. Grim is picking on everyone here, and I'm laughing at everybody involved.
I don't always pick on people. You've got to get used to it. That's a nice thick skin.
Exactly.
But I love you. It's okay. I won't let nobody else pick on you except for the guys that are here.
And anybody else who turns up.
Oh, well, if they're here.
We got room for more. Even Jay, you can come up and you can say hello.
Yeah, what you do
just
down there,
started.
unless she's waiting for a quiz or something, it's like, well, it's more competitive in the chat, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm a dumb fuck. I won't take part.
That makes two of us.
With this, I've got a whole string of questions.
So long as Christmas doesn't come into it, I don't mind.
Well, it's funny you should say that because there was one, right? If I said to you, right, this Christmas carol was actually written as an act of rebellion. It was created centuries ago when Catholicism was outlawed, and each verse references religious beliefs, but sung as the carol could be performed in public without fear of persecution. What song am I talking about? Or
Oh,
carol?
Christmas tree?
Nope. That's the Canadian national anthem, isn't it? Nope.
Close.
It's close, isn't it?
They come along very similarly.
What song am I referring to? If I tell you the rest, then it'll give it away.
Say it
But,
one more time.
sorry.
Repeat what you said at the beginning of it.
Okay. This Christmas carol was actually written as an act of rebellion. It was created centuries ago when Catholicism was outlawed, and each verse refers to religious beliefs, but sung as the carol could be performed in public without fear of persecution.
12 Days of Christmas.
Okay, because the true love refers to God, and the partridge in the pear tree, or a pear tree, is code for Jesus dying on the wooden cross, allegedly.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, absolutely correct. It was the 12 Days of Christmas.
I never-
Whoa.
You didn't know that?
I'll be right back.
No.
I didn't know that either.
A lot of these,
No.
a lot of these so-called carols, Christmas carols, have very little connection with Christmas, or even, well, sometimes church. So, all right, try this one then. The upbeat words of this song contain a sad backstory. The man who wrote the lyrics penned them while being treated for tuberculosis at the West Mountain Sanitarium. Some claim the nostalgic song was inspired by his memories of playing in the snow, which he saw children do outside in the winter.
Snowman.
No,
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
no, but that's no. Oh, I was going to say it's close, but if you think about it visually, yeah, white. Looking out your window and you're seeing that white,
Mm-hmm.
Kids playing in the snow. All right, I'll give you a clue. Alice.
Who the fuck is Alice?
Alice. Sorry, what did you say, Wolf?
I said, all I'm thinking is bloody Alice in Wonderland for some reason.
Exactly. There you go. You're close. So what's the name of the song?
Winter Wonderland.
Winter Wonderland. Yeah, it was Winter Wonderland.
Oh, I knew you had something to do with it.
Alice.
Walking around in women's underwear.
Hang on, where did Crafty? We got Crafty Baldy now. What's going on here? It's back. Okay, then. This one's an easy one. Everybody will get this one, right? The story of this scrappy young creature who felt like an outcast but ended up saving Christmas for everyone was actually autobiographical. The song was written by Robert L. May, who, having skipped grades, was younger than his classmates and felt that he didn't belong. He wrote himself into the main character, who was first envisioned as a children's book before becoming a Christmas song. That's an easy one, right?
Something to do with the Grinch.
The Grinch. No, it's not the Grinch.
I thought it was something to do with the Grinch.
No, it had nothing to do with Mr. Scrooge.
Think Outcast. It's like the Ugly Duckling, the story of the Ugly Duckling, isn't it? It's the Outcast.
Well, so was the Grinch.
Well, Grinch wasn't the Outcast. He decided to go and do that, didn't he? Didn't he go up on the hills and lock himself? Because he just didn't get on with everyone. Well, I guess he was an outcast. Yeah.
He was bullied.
I guess he was. Oh yeah, I'll forget the backstory now. He was, wasn't he? Because he was.
Yeah.
No, it's not the Grinch. It's more of a classic cartoon. There you go. The chap beat you to this one.
Oh, Rudolph.
Rudolph, the green-nosed reindeer. That's the one. Yeah, it's Rudolph.
Okay, so which country outlawed Christmas?
Which country outlawed Christmas?
Yep.
Ooh.
There's only been one, and it was in 1746, I think. Or
Was it Italy?
Nope.
No, it wasn't Germany. Surely it couldn't be Germany.
Russia.
Nope.
It was England, wasn't it?
It was England in 1644.
Yes, of course it was.
Yeah, it was England.
It was England.
What with me was the buggers allowed it back.
Hey, Grim. Darling.
Wow.
Darling Grim. I have to go. I have to go get ready to go mod for Silver Diamond.
That's fine.
Wow.
Say hi to her for me.
All right. Thanks for having me up, and have a happy holiday, everyone. Much love.
Come back soon,
Hi,
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Happy holidays.
Cheers, Gerald. Take care now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
How about this one then? Can I give you one more? There's about 3 or 4 more, but listen to this one, right? What's this one? This song was penned in 1962 as a response to the Cold War. When sung in a church, a star dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite refers to the Star of Bethlehem, but in historical context also describes nuclear missiles. How about that? And this is It's probably one of the. I mean, I think this one's maybe more popular in America, as far as I know, but we would know it. We would know it. Think of the sounds that a missile passing overhead during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
Whoosh.
Whoosh, yeah, whoosh, whoosh. Eve of Destruction. I like that. That's Barry Maguire. Yeah, well, yeah.
Echoes of the Damned.
The what?
Echoes of the Damned.
Is that a Christmas carol?
No, it's not.
It sounds like my kind of carol. I might be into it if that's the kind of stuff they sing. Echoes of the Damned. No, but it's one of those, again, you wouldn't believe it. Like, this Christmas carol was based on, the idea of, nuclear threat.
Do you hear what I hear?
What's that then?
Do you hear what I hear?
It is.
Sorry, I'm deaf.
You got it. Do you hear what I hear? It is, definitely. All right. Well, this should be an easy one, because if you think for all your Christmas carols, right? Listen carefully to this supposed Christmas carol. The one word is noticeably lacking. Christmas. This rather wholesome holiday carol is actually thought to have been written as a drinking song for Thanksgiving, amongst other possibilities. It's that kind of tune.
I don't know.
No, it's probably one of the most well known. If you think through the songs, and it does not mention Christmas once, but it's one of the most iconic Christmas. Oh,
Merry Christmas!
Hold on, did you mention hose? I heard hose. Where?
You must be hose.
You want to hear a joke? Tell me this. Why is Santa so jolly?
Because of all these hoes.
Because he knows where all the naughty girls live.
Oh.
Why is Santa's sack so big?
Because he only comes once a year.
And that's down your chimney.
Frosty the pervert. I mean, the snowman.
Why you be creeping around my windows, man?
It's not Frosty the Snowman. No, it's not Frosty the Snowman. No. It's more iconic. No. Think of the reindeer and what they wear and the noises they make. It's so easy, this one.
You mean Jingle Bells?
It is Jingle Bells. It was actually thought to have been written for Thanksgiving as a kind of drinking song. When you think about it, the simplicity of it, it's not. It hasn't got the structure of a carol, has it? Or Jingle Bells. It doesn't mention Christmas once.
Did you ever notice that the Carol of the Bells and the Slob on My Knob song have exactly the same rhyme and meter?
Oh, what?
Slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. I swear he wrote it listening to the Carol of the Bells. With God as my witness, I will believe that to my dying day unless that man himself comes here and tells me, no, I'm sorry, I was listening to something else. Okay. But it's Carol of the Bells. It's just rap version.
Yeah,
well, we've got Santa audits in now.
Yeah,
I was telling them, Bear, about your photograph when you were stood there in your Santa outfit. And you looked like some
you ain't seen nothing, man. You ain't seen nothing. Tune into my video tomorrow.
Yeah, but hang on a second. Some sort of reject from Snow White. Short, stumpy, and a dwarf.
Why are you talking about my penis?
Snow White. Oh, the dwarf.
Yeah, short, Ed Stumpy.
Caucasians named his penis Snow White.
No, Stanley. You know, like the power drill.
Wasn't there one called Sleep a Lot? Sleepy.
There was a ninth one named Horny that no one ever talks about. He's still doing time.
Oh no, I keep forgetting to highlight these. What's that? What's the difference between the dollar store and a male deer? Dear bulls are under a book. I like that.
Do you want to see the North Pole? Well, that's what Mrs. Claus calls it.
What's that one there? Oh, dear. Oh, not that one. That one. I got banned from seeing the mall centre. I was bet $50 to sit on the lap and say, "Oh my, what a big candy cane you have," and I did it.
I wouldn't have had been paid. That sounds like good, solid content to me.
What do all the female reindeers do when Santa takes all the male deers out to guide his sleigh through the night? They go out into town and blow a few bucks.
Oh, here we go.
Sounds like a MGTOW joke.
Oh, see you, Wolf Lover. She had to jump off.
Wait,
Take care.
Can I just do this last song? This is quite a dark one, this, and it's another one where if you didn't know, you may know. Depends on not. But here we go. Right, the song was written by a grief-stricken lead songwriter about his brother's suicide. He said, "It's so odd that it's a Christmas song. I wrote it about my brother's suicide, so it's about the end of a relationship and missing someone. That's what it's based on, and I think people like that. It might have been a hit because people felt sorry for me or whatever, but it's also a very nostalgic song for Christmas, for looking back over the year and times gone by." Can you guess what that song is?
Would it be by Finley Jones?
Who?
Finley Jones or Finn Jones?
No. Somebody, well, do you want me to, well, yeah.
Wasn't Roy Wood, was it?
There we go. Jay was straight on it and so was DeWitt. They knew the story. It was E17, Stay Another Day.
Yeah. Oh.
No, exactly. It's amazing what you learn, isn't it? Sorry, I didn't know that either until yesterday when I was preparing for yesterday's show, Grim.
That song is proper creepy, man, that song.
It is now, isn't it? When you think about it, when you hear it again.
Like,
you think it's creepy anyway.
I'll touch your face while you are sleeping. I mean, it's a bit fucking like weird, isn't it?
Sounds like a normal relationship to me, to be fair. But
someone touch my face while I'm sleeping, mate. They're gonna probably wait. I'm an horrible person if I get woke up. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't touch me.
If you get woke up,
probably poke you in the eye. I don't know about anything else.
I'll wake up choking you out. Be like, why? Just why am I choking you? Why are you here? Why are you fucking with me?
Some may like that though.
Why do you think I got married to Miss Sasquatch? That's how she became Wife Squatch.
Can I just read this one out? I mean, you don't need to get this because it's in the description, but I found it interesting. There's dates and all sorts. People have been debating the true meaning behind the lyrics to "I Saw Three Ships" since they were first published in 1666. Some believe the three ships are symbolic of the three wise men, and others think the number refers to the Holy Trinity. Also up for debate is whether the ships were carrying the remains of the three wise men to their final resting place. Lyrics from one version reading, "They said they got 3 crowns or skulls," make a good case for this idea. Considering the cathedral these relics are now stored in took 632 years to build, maybe the ships had to sail around for a while.
No. Wait, no. There's a nautical reference. No, wait, hold on. There's a nautical reference to a year being an hour or a day, something like that. It's not a year. It has to do with has to do with it being so hard to stand a night watch that a single watch feels like a day, making a full day seem like a year. And it's a ship's term of some sort. But it's just like slang. It's not legitimate. Like it's the kind of stuff that you hear about turn of years. When you have a turn of year, you have the 24-hour change of active duty, so to speak. So when you're doing like a military vessel, your turn of year would be whatever cycle you have for that 24-hour day, not your weekly thing like your 2 days off or whatever you've got, but just that work day, so to speak.
Okay,
I'm not sure where I read that shit. I read it somewhere though.
Yeah. I mean, it would make sense. I mean, I guess. I mean, it just say it's up for debate, that one. That's why I didn't put it across. But yeah, that's interesting. I mean, you think they'd be counting the nights and the days, but of course.
Well, 632 wouldn't be but 2 years of sailing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's much more reasonable.
Yeah, it would be.
When you named a number and was like, be sailing around for a while, I went, no, not really. Wait a second. Hold on. Where did I get that? I read it somewhere. I have a mind like a steel trap. Absolutely no idea where it came from, but it's all caught right in here.
Oh, dear. Okay. Anyway, well, that's that. Anyway, that's enough of Santa Claus and all that. And, unless you want to, if anybody fancies a quiz, let me know once Grim's finished what he has to say.
I'll do a quiz once a week if you just want to ask questions, dude. I got content space. We can ask questions about whatever the fuck you want to ask questions about. I'm not even picky.
Plenty of topics.
Fantastic.
He's got loads of topics as well.
How are you off with British soap operas?
I bet you not a damn one of my people will know a damn thing about any of them. You'll be the winner. Grim will show up and sweep the books.
No, I wouldn't.
You probably do better than most of the Americans over here. Let me tell you. These guys are looking for Bigfoot. They're not looking at British soap operas. So I asked this one Bigfoot hunter, what happens if you go out there in the woods and you don't find Bigfoot, but instead you find a gnome or a pixie? And he got mad.
Wow.
And I was like, no, dude, I'm totally serious. Do you call the same people or would it be different people? And I had one that emailed me after the show with the proper resources to notify people that pixies exist. I was like, thank you. That's the best answer I've ever gotten.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was walking through a graveyard one night, pitch black. Well, I don't know if it was midnight or not, but it was really late at night, walking through a graveyard. And I heard this noise, this little bit of rustling by one of the gravestones. And I looked over and I swear, I thought I was seeing things. I saw this big toadstool with a little guy on it, with a little green pointy hat. And he had his face buried between his legs. And I thought, he's hiding. I felt brave. I went over there because he was only about like 4 or 5 inches. He was about the size of a Smurf. I said, bloody hell. I said, are you a goblin? And he just took his head from between his legs and he says, no, I'm a pixie. Just got a headache. No.
I'm close, but no
cultural, man. I'm sure that has a cultural meaning somewhere, and you're trying to tell me something, but I'll be damned if I followed any of it. When you said pixie, I was thinking of Wee Freeman.
I slipped up there because you were talking about pixies.
I had a Terry Pratchett moment there. I'm sorry.
Oh, seriously? Terry Pratchett. Big fan of Terry Pratchett. I've got a Terry Pratchett quiz.
Like the Wee Freeman?
Mm-hmm.
No ladies, no lord.
Oh yes, yeah, no master, no queen. Yes.
Sorry, when you said pixie, my brain went off over there, and I come back to you talking. I'm like, I lost something. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I've read the Winter Smith and the Wee Freeman. And
if there's anybody in this chat who knows what these two are talking about, please feel free to.
Maybe come over there, Graham. I'll explain the whole thing to you.
We're talking about the real Picts, the Picts of the Highlands of Scotland, the real warriors, the fairies, the real fairies.
Right, you said I'm a Pict, see? Pixie. These are Pict, sees. And my brain went, Terry Pratchett was funny.
Yeah, the Kelder. Ooh.
And the wee egg. I'm not just eat.
Yeah, we scanner, yeah.
We scanner, yeah. Rob anybody?
I can't remember their battle cry. Why can't I remember their battle cry? Oh, remind
More
me.
whiskey?
More
That's
whiskey,
you.
yeah. What about whiskey and gold? What was it again?
Right.
Oh, bloody hell. Hang
I
on.
think we've ruined the show. I'm sorry, Grim.
Sorry.
That's fine. How can you ruin something that wasn't planned?
Perhaps we need a palate cleanser. Here, have some of this.
The Knack Feagle, weren't they?
Knack Feagle, that's right.
We are the Knack Feagle. Sorry, sure about that. Knack Feagle.
So put 'em up. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. Be one traveler, long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that, the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by. That has made all the difference.
Ooh.
There you go.
That was just off the top of his head.
They make this thing called an editor, and it lets you do all kinds of craziness, like mess up 10,000 times and pick the good one.
It was Crivens, wasn't it? Sorry, I've just Googled it. It was Crivens. Crivens. Sorry, back to Patrick. You've lost me now. Oh, sorry. Stop that.
Can I just say that when you talk like that, Sasquatch, you lose your accent. Or is it I'm just getting used to it?
Actually, no. When I'm reading, I read in whatever accent springs to mind at the time. I don't know how to explain it. I was talking to somebody earlier. When I'm reading something I've never read before, how do I know what kind of voices to put into the right spots? And I'll do it. I'll dry read some crap and put voices in where they're supposed to be, and it'll work. I don't know how I do that.
So how do you get on with Pratchett? There's so many characters, so many different voices, isn't there? Sometimes it's difficult. Even a hardcore fan, it's difficult to keep up with all those characters, isn't it? And put a voice.
When you're talking about Rob, anybody, there ain't but one.
Oh, Rob, anybody.
Yeah. And the McGonagall.
Right, I think what we need to do sometimes is to set up a show with just these two reading Terry Pratchett.
Jay will join us.
I totally need to do that. Actually, I was going to do Alice in Wonderland first.
Well, that's a rabbit hole I don't want to go down.
No, that would be through the
Hey, Flutoys, a lot of your friends asking how you're doing. You better drop in one day. That's all I can say. So, yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. I think that'd be quite funny.
Dude, we could do a total deep dive in the full Terry Pratchett library. I probably read
it would be original content as well.
Well,
no swearing though.
Well, does Crivens count?
No, that's fine.
Crivens.
I'll straight up do a reading of that shit. I love Terry Pratchett. He's probably one of the most hilarious authors it's great. If you haven't read Discworld, jump in immediately. Leave the show and go read it immediately. Any of them. They're all great.
Have you read them all? Have you read them all, have you?
If there are some that exist that I'm unaware of, I haven't read them. But if they exist and I'm aware of them, I've read it.
There you go, look, JD. I'll join with the Terry Pratchett stuff. Big up Grebo. She loves Grebo.
Well, I'll tell you what I think the way to do it is to pick a book that you all like and you read a chapter each and just rotate it till you get to the end of the book. That could be
I'm not
interesting.
interested in that.
There you go, cheeky sprite. I love Terry Pratchett. He's a flat earther.
Actually, hold on. Let me show you something I found the other day before we get too far down this road, because this is absolutely glorious. This dude's name is Scully on them that they're YouTubes, right? It's like, what is it? Scully's
I thought you talked about
Deals and
X-Files,
Singles or something. I can't remember. Hold up.
Oh,
Let me
do this, all right.
do this. Where's my buttons? I need all my buttons in the right spot. All right. Where are you at? Anyway, what he's done is he's gotten together a full cast of people to do a reading of A Christmas Carol. And there's like 12 or 15 of them all together. And it's absolutely killer. But YouTube's being a dork and not giving me actual search results. I'm having to type them in specifically. There it is. Scully's House of Thrillers. And so he got together live a few days ago and he pulled this off, and it is absolutely glorious. Stop that. All right, that's not it. Well, where's it at? Did you? Oh, yeah, he did it live. That's right. Yeah, that's it.
And I said,
all right, check this madness out. Oh, wrong button. What my man has done is gotten together with a group of people who all do different types of readings on YouTube, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people involved in this. And they sit down with the script like a hot mic reading.
say, God bless it.
Bob Cratchit, still in the tank, involuntarily applauds, becoming immediately sensible of the impropriety. He quickly pokes the fire and extinguishes the last frail spark.
See what I'm talking about? And this whole cast all have voices like that. It's cool.
Like a bit of role play.
It's basically what it is. It's what is called a table reading, right? Only they've all gotten together and gotten their audio on track, and it's an ASMR reading.
Of course, I mean, I've got some of the scripts as well, the Discworld scripts, and I've read through them with my boys, and we've done the role play with the characters, and we've taken on multiple characters and tried to vary the voices, the accents, and the voices. It's been a lot of fun.
I'm gonna take this and put it and cover it over with some like Red Dead Christmas gameplay footage of some real hardcore run-ins with some bad hombres. I think it would be awesome.
Well, I don't particularly enjoy reading, but I do enjoy listening. So I think I'll give that guy Scully a good listening to.
Yeah, I actually Ajot is the one who turned me on to him from Ajot's Corner, American Justice.
He did Jaws reading just last month. Yeah, he's done quite a few. I've just had a good look. He's I think it's well worthwhile if you like listening to basically to books. Hey, what's this about Lord of Order turning up again?
He's back.
I mean, but the thing is, right, just had a look at some of the videos, and the highest amount of views that I saw on a video, a quick look, was something about wriggly caterpillars. 500 and odd views. And he was holding them in his hand. I mean, others got 2, 3s, and 4s, but that one, big wriggly caterpillars for your kids. I mean, really? The king of origami with a pair of scissors.
Lord,
There, are you still there? Or have you fallen asleep on me live?
Well,
Who's that?
On and Lord of Ordsting in the chats, chatting to each other.
No, I was wondering whether you were still here. That was all. It's not like you to be quiet.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, Bear.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah,
What do you mean? I'm always quiet, man. What are you on about? Am I
I'm
not?
just trying to bring you into the conversation because it's for the last hour and a half or so, it's been dominated by two people.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologise.
Not sorry.
He sounded like they're like head teacher's officer. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I didn't mean to.
Won't do it again. Won't do it again. I'll tell you what, do you want some noise? I've got a tune that if you want to hear it, right? Got a tune that we did a couple of years back. It's totally royalty free because we wrote it. Right. Do you want to hear it? It's a bit noisy. I would recommend you turn your hearing aid down, Grim. Are you ready?
Go for it.
You ready?
All we want is raw. We made it. They faked it. Annihilate it.
Okay, transparency. I am always quiet. Crafting, man. Come on. Come on.
We don't need it anymore. Don't need it anymore. We hit it. We played it. Annihilate it.
Big up for Toy.
I don't know what happened to him, but I mean, yeah, I know a song that gets on your nerves as well. Or is it just a standard?
It sounds like it belongs to like a computer game or something.
Well, yeah, possibly. Okay, one in the chat if you'd like it to mute up. Two in the chat if you want to continue. Oh, look at all those ones. Bit repetitive, isn't it, the tune? I could answer that. Gone to young girls, everyone. It'll stop. That was really good, that.
Whatever.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, I enjoyed that, mate. That was good. I'll say it without the sarcasm.
It took us about
What
half an hour to
sarcasm?
write it and about an hour to finish it.
You didn't even notice you'd been muted, which is funny.
You muted it?
Yeah.
Muted
I
you.
muted myself. What, you muted the music or me?
He is nefarious.
It's for you to work out, motherfucker.
Well, I thought it was funny anyway, so did everybody else, but that's
what matters.
Well, I was already muted.
No,
That's
I muted
about
you. It's
plot twist.
coming from you.
So if you muted me, that means you couldn't hear it then.
Exactly. Oh, the pennies dropped.
Well, that's quite disrespectful, don't you think, Graham?
Nope. It was only for about 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Okay, is
That
that all
might
right,
be the
Ken?
best part of the song. There could have been an instrumental break there that you missed.
It could have been. Could have been.
But anyway, that was it. It was just a break. Well, Eddie Gallen's not here to play, so I thought I'd play something.
I actually enjoyed it. I just thought it went on and on.
Yeah, like I said, it was only like a quick scribble down, so I didn't really go too far with the lyrics.
Well, they thought it would sound good on a computer game. Well, no, not the song, not the lyrics, the tune.
Well, we were in the mood.
It sounded, yeah, I could have done that. That would have been like perfect music behind the video I done today at the police station. It would have been fitting, man. Fucking hell, it's stuck in my head now.
I think we were listening to The Prodigy at the time, so it was just like, let's do something Prodigy-esque, but a bit more computer gaming.
Yeah.
It was just fun.
There, you didn't do what you were discussing with me, were you?
Oh, I did.
Oh, in that case, then, folks, you've got to watch his video.
I really did. UK Transparency is in the chat. Ask him.
I don't think I've
He
seen
was
them.
my cameraman, after all.
The last one I saw was the one with the, well, cheers for the heads up about those knife radars, because, like, I know what to avoid now. There's no way. Not everybody that carries a knife is out to
those
gore.
things you go through the knife arch.
Bloody right, the knife arcs, yeah.
Oh mate. So really, my next video should be the so I've got a video today, yeah, which is really a follow-on from that one, because it. So in that video, I'm very much like, yeah, I'm behind that knife arch. I think it's a very good idea, blah 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 blah, which I knew would kind of maybe upset a few viewers, yeah, that would see that as, oh, you're kind of like, you're allowing your rights to be violated, right? But I really did. I thought it was not a bad idea. Put it this way, the video I got today made me think completely different. Completely different.
There are people
It
out
all
there.
kicked off, and do you know what? UK Transparency would say the same because he's in the chat. But today, I genuinely felt good to see about, I dare say, over 100 people all stood with their phones out, holding the police to account today.
Wow,
Like,
that's good.
just to see so many members of the public all crowded round the police with their phones out, it was like genuinely a good feeling, man, to see that. Like, it just goes to show that people have woke up a little bit, and you know, people realise, one, they have the right to film the police, and two, they feel that they need to. That's more the point, the fact that they even feel like they need to film it.
Could you imagine how many coppers it would take to enforce the searches under the Terrorism Act? With all those people filming them. Oh, I feel as if I have to do something. Bloody coppers. Sasquatch, you're quiet.
Exactly. So it's a good video, actually. It's just not very monetization friendly, shall we say?
Oh well,
a little.
Oh, I see.
Not even maybe a little. Not even maybe a little, man.
This is the one that you're doing tomorrow, is
Well,
it?
no, the one tomorrow's just a little bit of Christmas fun, mate. Nothing more than a bit of humour. Hopefully, it'll put a smile on people's faces. Maybe even have a little chuckle. I'd say to people that even if you don't like me, watch that video, man. Because if it don't put it this way, if it don't put a smile on anyone's face, or nobody has a laugh at that video, I give up. I genuinely give up. I hang up my camera and I give up.
Okay. You heard it, folks, here, and you don't need to clip it because it's staying up, this one. So, yeah, if nobody laughs when they watch this video tomorrow, Bear gives up for a day.
I genuinely, I will give up. If doing what I did today, come on, put a fucking smile on somebody's face, I give up.
I wonder how many people will clip bits of it and put it to music.
There is me like doing a little dance at some point.
Oh my!
It's very brief, but I do. I mean, as much as a fat man can dance, obviously.
Did you wobble?
Weevils wobble, but they don't fall down.
Listen, it's the way I roll. It's the way I roll, not the way I wobble, yeah?
Left, right, then back
Allegedly.
left. Allegedly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're at the 2-hour mark, and I did say right at the beginning, unfortunately, you weren't there to hear. This is a very short live tonight. It was supposed to finish 5 minutes after I started. Yes, sir, you can go to the loo.
We tried to do it. Come on.
I'm going to be dropping off shortly, not literally. And I'm going to leave the good old Stangu in charge.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
So we've got some more nativity questions, have we?
Do me a favour, though.
UK Transparency says, you danced? I thought you tripped over something.
Or rolled over something.
It's definitely funny, man. It's definitely. I couldn't even take myself seriously doing it, if I'm honest.
When people start taking me seriously, I remind them that I'm pretending to be a Sasquatch, pretending to have a human filter to do these interviews. So how seriously are you trying to take me? And whose fault is it?
Is the only
That's a fair
snowflake
point.
Sasquatch I've ever come across.
Are you, Grim? Are you sure you don't want to just hang around for one little more festive game? We know you're in the spirit of things right now.
I can get rid of Grim right now. I know how to do it.
Grim in the festive. What? Grim and festive in the same sentence.
I know how to do it. I've got the secret
Carol,
way.
haven't we? We've had carols. We've had talk about Christmas, and
We've had a Carol in, and we've had a Karen in.
a Karen, and oh, that's it. Well, this one, right? Listen, Grim, before you go, because this could be another quickie, right?
Ooh, I like quickies.
That's what she said.
If I read out a couple of lines of a description of a festive movie, see if you can guess it.
Is it Die Hard?
Right, listen to this, right? We'll start with this one. Grim, yeah? A horror comedy about cute little Christmas toys, pets, who turn into murderous monsters wreaking havoc on a Norman Rockwellian town. What is the movie?
You mean the comedy? You mean is it one or two? I'm not sure. Two was actually better, I thought, because Spike was fantastic.
That's only because Hulk Hogan was in it, stripping his shirts off, wasn't it?
Go on, Sasquatch wants to answer the question.
Gremlins.
It was Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Gremlins. Okay, how about this one? A family starts to lose its Christmas spirit and is soon terrorized by a demon destined to punish those who don't give the holiday its proper due.
That's A Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's no, it's not. It's directed at all the naughty children.
Juice.
They are all festive movies.
Shitty Bang Bang.
Nope. Think of the is it Northern European
toys? No.
No. It's Santa Claus.
Battery.
It's
it's not batteries not included, is it?
No, that's
Krampus?
it's Krampus. Of course, it's Krampus. Krampus. This one. Grim should get this one right.
Dude, I'm from the South. It's all Lampus.
Krampus. Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down. Right. Here we go, Grim. This one's for you. The story of a cynical grump who goes on a mission to steal Christmas only to have his heart changed by a young girl's generous holiday spirit.
That's Tailspin.
It's what?
It was the poem before Christmas.
It was mentioned earlier. His heart grew 10 times larger, I believe.
Oh, that was Dr. Fauci after he got the injection.
That was the one.
Or was it? Or was it the Grinch?
It was the Grinch.
Oh, Kamala Harris. Right. I got a short for that one.
You got a short for the Grinch.
I got a short for Kamala Harris as the Grinch. Check this out.
He's got a short for everything.
I've got a bit of humor.
Have you got to find it, or have you got it set up? Here we go. I'll do one more. Then
Take me just a second. But it's right here.
Oh, you got it.
Give him chances.
Here we go then. Here's one more then. A cynically selfish TV executive gets haunted by free spirits bearing lessons on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that was a remake of Scrooged.
What was it? That's the one. It was. It wasn't the remake of Scrooged. It was Scrooged.
I think he's ready. Are you ready? No. Yes.
No. Is he is he ain't. Scrooged. All right. You'll get this one easily. A lawyer and a little girl must prove that a man claiming to be Santa Claus is the real thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I am real. Thank you very much.
You are real. We believe in you.
It must have been a miracle if it worked.
It was.
I am Santa Claus, all right? Reincarnated. What?
Will the real
why do you like? Why do I feel like he's laughing? He's mocking me.
We have the real Santa Claus. We got the real Grim Reaper.
will the real Chris Kringle please stand up?
The Sasquatch is real.
I have evidence to prove my claims.
You kept all the letters, have you?
Right, has anyone actually caught that one out? I don't know whether the chat's even figured that one out. Told you it'd be a bloody miracle.
Yeah, they must have got it. I think you beat them to it, though. Oh, you mad, Rudolph.
I've not mentioned the name of it.
You didn't mention you didn't mention the name of it, did you? No, you didn't. You just
for the 34th time, I'm telling you, I did not mention the name of it.
No, or any part of the name of the movie. A lawyer and a little girl must prove that a man claiming to be Santa Claus is the real thing.
Yeah. Are you mad, Rudolph?
Are you mad, bro? I can't.
You're mad, bro. You mad, bro. Who played Santa in it then, Grim? I know he was famous, but I can't think of the name of them.
Which one? Which version?
Oh, good point. Actually, I'm only thinking of the original, the one that was in black and white. Was it a silent movie? I didn't know I probably saw that as a child and I couldn't be bothered to watch the remake.
You probably saw the remake with Dickie Attenborough's. Wasn't it? Was it Dickie Attenborough?
It was Attenborough. That's the one I saw. There you go. Jay's guy, Attenborough. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the remake.
Oh, okay. Who played the original then?
Santa himself, I think.
Right, the original Santa. It was actually documented footage of the court case, was it?
Yeah. No one's got it. I don't believe it. I've dropped so many flaming hints.
Maybe we had the volume down. Are you behind on here, Futoy? You are up to date with us, aren't you? I think that was about half an hour ago, wasn't it? Sorry,
Come on, Futoy, get with the times for fuck's sake.
Anyway,
are you mad, Rudolph?
You mad, Rudolph?
You mad, Rudolph?
In fact, in the first one, Macy's store gave permission for them to be the store in the show. But in the second one, which you saw, it was a fictional store chain because Macy's pulled out.
Oh, okay.
Oh, trust her to get it right.
I think she got it ages ago. She got the Attenborough bit. Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah, he I thought you'd already said it. You kind of did.
No. I just dropped subtle hints. Sasquatch, have you found it, yeah?
I've been over here muted answering these fucking questions for however fucking long we've been doing this shit. I wonder why the fuck ain't nobody answered Miracle on 34th Street because I wasn't paid I was just answering the questions. But yeah, I got it.
Not that, the video.
Yes, I know.
You got the
Why
video.
is it not loading? There we go.
This small heart grew 3 sizes that day.
You freaking bitch! Look what you've done! Oh my god, a good little girl like you for destroying my beautiful
That's
what's it again?
right there, baby.
Yeah, Grip, get my thumbnail up. Go to my page and see if you can get a picture of my thumbnail up of my video for tomorrow. Should be up on my channel.
Is it on your community page?
No, I could put it on there though.
No, it's not on there. Hang on.
It's on my
Homepage.
channel.
I've got it here now. I don't see it. I've got the police tackle knife crime. That's the last one I've got on yours. Homepage. Police.
You're looking for a Muppet in a suit and a red one.
No, I can't see that.
You can't
well, that's
see
all right.
a video title. But no, you can't see that.
Wait, not on your community page, but on your main page. Shorts,
yeah.
maybe? No, I'm not seeing it.
Scheduled.
Scheduled?
Should say scheduled for tomorrow. Yeah.
Let's refresh the page, but I've only just opened it. Live. No. No, I can't
No,
see
where
it.
my videos are. Go to videos.
Yeah, I'm in videos.
It doesn't say premiere anywhere down there.
Nope.
Scheduled.
Not on mine. No. No.
All right.
Nope. Nope. Can't find it. Sorry.
Nope.
I gotta go, bud. Appreciate you.
You're the only one I'm going to be
Only
going as well, mate.
But
But before I do, I just want to say thank you to everybody for turning up. It's been a pleasure as always.
Every
Got,
day.
a bit of a giggle for a Tuesday night or Tuesday afternoon if you're in America. I'm going to hand you over to Stango.
We'll begin it. Well, we won't be around for much longer. It's nearly 10 o'clock, isn't it? Got to have a beer. or
Yeah,
something.
I've got to go to the office tomorrow. That's the only reason why I'm disappearing early. I've got to be get some sleep so that I'm around for the wonderful people in there. And watch all the Christmas trees as I throw them out.
Okay, all right.
So I'll see you again soon. Thanks very much, guys.
See you later, mate.
One of you, and don't forget to look out for the updates of when or how I'm going to do the Christmas Day special. Okay, take care. Cheers.
See you later, mate.
Bye now.
Ta-ra.
Oh, you are there, Lord of Audits.
Yeah. I'm just uploading videos. That's all.
You've been busy time of the year for you. Are you planning on doing a live, aren't you, or something? Or maybe you're thinking about doing a live?
I might do. Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be interesting to do a kind of like step by step. I don't mean anything difficult. Just a simple tutorial, on the spot. I'd be up for that if you wanted to say like, all right, then get a piece of paper out or a piece of card or whatever and follow this. Just something nice and simple. Could be something you've already done, so I can practice on. But I prefer.
I've shot myself in the foot really badly.
Ouch.
My partner in Cambridge, her son spilt candle wax on her rug. Yeah. So I did the old trick of putting a brown paper bag over the top and then pulling out the iron to suck up the wax to get it out of the rug. Only the iron was too hot. So I mashed up the rug and burnt it, didn't I?
Oh, no.
She'd only just bought it as well, like 3 weeks before.
No.
So I said, don't worry about it, right? I'll make one, thinking it won't take much more than a couple of weeks, right? I worked it out. there's 38,000 bits of wall I've got to stitch into this thing.
And
38,000.
Are you actually going to do it? Are you serious about doing it, or have you changed your mind now after?
No, I'm doing it. It's just that Christmas has come along, and I will get it done.
Are you just going to literally loop them in, and then what do they call it when you shave the top off?
Yeah.
Or whatever they do. They crop it, don't they?
Yeah, latch and hooker they call it, don't they?
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. That sounds like a proper mission, that does. Proper mission. Oh, Bear's gone. I don't know if he's gone to see what's going on with his channel. Let's have a look at it again. Is it there? No, it's still not there. No, I can't see it. Damn, that does sound like a proper mission. I mean, it sounds like something that would take a bit of time, doesn't it, really? So it's going to interfere with your paper folding, really, isn't it, if you're going to be doing stuff like that?
Yeah, look.
How big was it again? How big's the rug? You've started. What's that?
That's what I've done so far, right?
Oh. Oh, wow. Wow.
Jesus.
No way. There's no way.
That's taken me about 3 weeks to do that. In the time that I've got.
My mother used to do stuff like that, and she'd do the designs and all that, but they were just little patches, really. They're only like, sometimes no bigger than A4 or, the largest A3, but not that size. Bloody hell.
I know. Tell me about it. What have I done?
You just go out and buy one.
I bought all the stuff, though. It's like the walls cost me 35 quid. That sheet that I'm stitching it into is like 15 quid. The rug only cost 70 quid. I wish I'd just bought a rug now. I thought it'd be cheaper and it would be interesting to do a video on, but fucking hell.
Oh, you've been filming that, so you're gonna have like hours and hours and hours of footage to edit afterwards. It's gonna have to be like speeded up, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a few weeks to spare to watch.
Hyperlapse.
You got to do it now.
She was expecting it for Christmas. I keep saying to her, "It's just no way it's going to happen." Maybe Christmas next year, but.
How about if you just shape it and make something to go around the toilet bowl? It's the thought that counts, and make an elastic one to go over the like those things that you used to put over the top of the toilet seat where you'd lift it up, and then if you're a guy, you're having a pee and it would always drop down, and you'd have to get your knee in there to stop it, and then end up doing it anyway. I imagine.
Oh dear. Photo. My link is.
Your link's in there, isn't it?
Oh, Jay, you've done it. Well done. You're a star. Thanks a lot, Jay. I was Lord of Audits, but I just don't get the time to go out auditing now.
Do you want to do another one of these, do you? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you like with your movies, right? I mean, this one here, I don't know if you might get this one. An optometrist's Christmas celebration gets upstaged by a new neighbor who wants to create a holiday display bright enough to be seen from space. Do you know what that movie is?
No. I'm pretty good on movies as well.
I'm pretty sure, if I think about it, I should have made notes. I'm pretty sure Danny DeVito's in it, if you watch his movies. An optometrist's Christmas celebration gets upstaged by a new neighbor who wants to create a holiday display bright enough to be seen from space. I'm not sure who the other guy was, but Danny DeVito
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Jingle All the Way.
No. Was he in that, was he?
Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. No, it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was Matthew...
Broderick. Broderick. It was, wasn't it? Matthew Broderick and Danny DeVito. But you know the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is another song name, by the way.
It wasn't Jingle All the Way. That was the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he went...
Oh. That was the next question. Yeah, a father's Christmas Eve turns into a madcap scramble to find a much sought after toy for his son. That was Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
No, but what can we say? I'll give you the initials. DTH. And it is a song involving boughs of holly. There you go.
'Tis the season to be jolly.
No. The initials to the film are DTH, and the song involves boughs of holly. There you go. Jay said it's not her thing, but she got it.
Deck the halls.
Deck the halls. That's what it was called. Well, if you don't like, I mean, okay, adult films. Do you like horror films?
Yeah, I like a horror film. Yeah.
You like a good horror film. How about this one then? A group of female students are stalked by a stranger during their Christmas break. That is until a young sorority pledges discover that the killer is part of an underground college conspiracy. Do you know that one?
No, I can't say I do.
I think the killer's name was Billy, if I remember correctly. Billy, I think.
Scream? I don't know.
No, it's that kind of movie though, but it's a festive version of Scream. It's not. What's his name? Who's the crooner that sang that song? Bobo, Bing Crosby. It's not a Bing Crosby song. It's a lot darker than that.
Got a total blank.
No? What did Bing Crosby sing?
White? No, it wasn't White Christmas, was it?
Well, he did sing that, I believe. I think it was him anyway. I hope it was him now. But it's a lot darker than that. This is a horror movie based around Christmas time.
Krampus? I don't know. Fuck knows.
Hello? Nobody want to guess? It's quite easy when you think about it. There you go. Jay don't know these things, but she's got it. Black Christmas. Black Christmas. Oh, dear, I think that's it. I mean, all right. No, that one's too easy. Oh, this is easy as well. On Christmas Eve, a young boy builds a snowman that comes to life and takes him to the North Pole to meet Father Christmas.
The snowman.
Exactly. I'm not sure about this one. I've never seen this one. An uptight but secretly heartbroken primary school teacher's little white lie about Hollywood coming to see his class play grows like wildfire in his ragtag school, low on self-esteem. I don't know it. I don't know it.
No, I don't.
It begins with an N. Just think, what's it all about? What's it all about? Allegedly. What's the song? What's it all about? When we think of Christmas. Not Yuletide or Saturnalia or Kwanzaa. Well, it's not about Kwanzaa. It might be. I'm not sure about Kwanzaa, actually.
No, I've got a blank.
Jay's got it again. Nativity.
Oh, that's a good film, actually. Yeah, do you know what? I watched that last weekend. In fact, I watched all three of them.
Oh, there's three. I've not seen one of them.
I prefer the first one out of all three of them. Oh no, am I thinking of The Nativity, or is it the same film as Nativity?
It's about a school, apparently. It's all-star cast, or wherever. I don't know who. Yeah, Nativity. So it probably is the one. I imagine it is.
The second one's got the guy who played Doctor Who a few years ago. What's his face?
Doctor Who. You mean the old guy?
No, he's not that old.
No, he's not the guy that was before the woman. I don't follow Doctor Who, but then you had her, but there was a guy before. Not David Tennant by any chance.
David Tennant, yeah.
David Tennant. I think I stopped watching it when David Tennant finished.
And then the third one was with Martin Clunes and Jennifer Saunders.
Yeah.
And first one, I can't think of his name. I'm gonna have to
No.
Google to find out.
We advertise in festive movies.
Oh, there's another one as well. Nativity Rocks.
Oh, really? Is that the musical? Is it?
Yeah, Martin Freeman. That's it. In the first one.
Martin Freeman. I remember him. He was in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Martin Freeman, amongst other things. Wasn't he in The Office?
I think he was. Yeah, I didn't really watch The Office. I wish I had done because I really like watching
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too. Okay. Oh, David Tennant. Oh, yeah, he was in Good Omens too. Thank you, Jay. Terry Pratchett. He played Crawley, the demon. Or, sorry, what were we talking about again? What did we just say?
Jay interrupted us and then that's thrown us.
Oh no, it did throw me a bit.
How dare she?
Oh, damn it! Never mind. So, I mean, we could do a quiz, but everybody's gone now. It'd just be us, and I know the answers.
Have you gone?
Yeah. Well, not in the chat. Everybody on the panel's gone. Well, we could just throw some questions out anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
What we got here? I think we did that one last time. Yeah, we did that one. Yeah, because I've got some. I tried to balance them out, but I didn't get a chance earlier because we were doing these other things. All right. Let's just get some questions out there. The monkey puzzle tree is also known as a pine from which country? Do you know that?
Monkey puzzle tree.
The monkey puzzle. You know the monkey puzzle tree? The one that's it's quite rough, isn't it? Is it to stop monkeys? Well, not stop them. Monkeys find it difficult to climb up them, maybe, because it's got pointy bits like a yucca or...
Oh, I'm looking at one now. Monkey puzzle tree.
Oh, you're Googling.
You know what? Because I've started work, right? They've sent me out a computer with a spare screen, so I've got like 3 screens on my desk now, so I've got like 3 things open all on one. It's so much easier.
There's no point doing a puzzle, is there? Okay, change the subject. So let's go back to this festering stuff, right? I mean, do you celebrate it yourself? Each to their own, of course. I mean, do you like a bit of Christmas?
I love a bit of Christmas. Yeah,
you do. What's your plans then?
What's my what? Sorry.
What have you got plans? Is it like a gathering, or are you just spending it with?
I'm spending it in Cambridge with the missus. I've bought her a hot tub, and we're going to sit out in the garden on Christmas night.
Oh wow!
In the hot tub with the kids bringing us drinks.
Seriously?
Well, I don't know about that bit, but
get them trained now. Oh, nice. Have you built anything around it, or is it just open in the garden?
It's not up yet. She's going to get it on Christmas Day. She doesn't know she's got it yet.
Oh, well. Oh, okay. Okay.
I've also bought a karaoke machine as well. We're going to do some singing in the afternoon.
Karaoke in the hot tub. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, with margaritas or whatever it is you'll be drinking, or is it just cans of Fosters? You know.
Carpool karaoke, whatever it is. Carpool karaoke. This is going to be hot tub karaoke.
Hot tub karaoke. There you go. There you go. Forget the paper folding. Yeah. Hot tub karaoke. Oh man. So you know, because I don't know if you have to keep them protected. I know somebody that's got one. He's got it built into his shed. My parents have one. They've got one of those, you know, like those shacks that you see in the Bahamas, where they, you know, what do they call them? They're just made of straw or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They've just got one of theirs around there, and you know, with the walls and stuff when it's quite cold, because it keeps the heat in. They're in Canada, you see, so when it's snowing, they just close the doors on it. It's only like bamboo or something daft like that.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if you were planning on it. Must have a cover with it anyway for nighttime. You probably throw a plastic cover over or a top.
Yeah, it comes with all that. Apparently, it's got some sort of anti-frost feature as well. I don't know. I haven't really looked at that.
Oh, I wonder what that is. Sometimes they have like either rocks or not rocks, or a vibrational feature that just stops it from settling, doesn't it?
Yeah.
something like that. Oh.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I wouldn't want to be our electricity bill though.
Oh, there is that, isn't there? And you've got to fill it as well. All that. I wonder, do you know how many gallons it holds?
About 500, I think.
500 gallons.
Is that litres or gallons? I don't know. I'll be able to tell you in a sec. I'm going to pull it up.
And you have to you have to clean them quite regularly, don't you? You have to.
Well, yeah, you can do, or you can put like you would a big swimming pool, put chlorine and stuff in it.
Yeah.
Returns and orders. Let's have a look. Where is it? It's way down there. No, next page.
Well, that sounds nice though. Are you actually part of your diet, your Cambridge diet? Does that allow turkey, or will you be having nut roast?
She doesn't eat turkey. I've had to really kick up a fuss to get turkey at Christmas. What's going on?
Well, lots of people think it's quite dry, or they just don't like the meat, do they? You're a traditionalist when it comes to that kind of thing, or do you
I like a bit of turkey, a bit of gammon, and a bit of beef.
Oh, okay. All on the same plate?
Oh, absolutely.
Fair enough. Gammon, beef and turkey. All right. I guess turkey would go because it is like a very red meat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unlike chicken. I mean, why not have chicken and beef? But yeah, turkey's like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So who's doing the cooking?
We're both going to share that. Yeah. I think it's everyone's Christmas, isn't it? So we're just going to share it between us and just do bits and pieces each.
Is that something that you get involved with anyway every year?
Yeah. I quite like cooking. I've done it myself on my own for my ex and my son when I was with them. 700 litres, 184 gallons.
Bloody hell. So the electricity and the water will all be on her bill.
It's got a quick heating system, whisper quiet technology, 138 air jets, anti-icing system, whatever that is.
So the air jets, is that like a jacuzzi system?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And does it say how long it takes to heat up? Well, you can get it at any point, but
I suppose it kind of varies, doesn't it? I mean, if you're doing it in the summer, it heats 1.5 to 2 degrees C per hour.
Whew.
So it says.
That's it, right. So you're going to be busy first thing putting that together. I mean, it's not all in one piece then. Surely, I mean, there's a large percentage of it that's in one piece.
No, it's all in one piece. It's got the pump inside. It blows itself up. And then you just add water. It takes about 30 seconds to inflate, and then you just add water.
Oh, I see. It's not because some of them, I'm used to seeing the solid ones, the plastic or whatever, fiberglass. Oh, it's an inflatable one. Oh, okay.
6 person.
She's got kids and it's inflatable. Ooh. Does it come with a puncture repair outfit? No, I guess it's quite thick plastic, isn't it? Rather than just
yeah, it looks quite sturdy and robust.
Probably more like a dinghy kind of material.
Yeah.
So you're not going to try it out beforehand then? No.
If I present, hang on. Share screen. Oh, you can't do it, can you? Or can you?
Share screen. Yeah, I can share your screen.
All right, okay. I don't know what window I want now. Screen 1 or screen 2?
Go.
I think it's that one. No, it's that one.
There we go. That's us. You're showing now. Are you going to? There it is. Got it. All right. Well, you get 6 people in there.
Yeah, it says 4 to 6 people. So
is that bubbling?
Dirt cheap as well. Well, as far as these things go.
Yeah. Wow. No,
That's
that is
even
quite
cheaper than
cheap.
I bought.
That
It's
is-
even cheaper than I pay for it. I've got skanked.
That is a fair price.
Yeah.
£89. Whoa.
And then I've bought some like crystal things to go in it as well.
Is that for
Anyway.
cleaning or for the anti-freeze?
No, they make the water scented.
Oh, right. Okay. Dear. They're not like floating candles or anything, no.
Unicorn spa salts for hot tubs.
Oh, what? They think of everything, don't they?
Yeah. Uplifting and restorative spa experience.
Okay. And you have to put that in each time you use it.
Yeah.
And is that a liquid or is it salt, did you say?
Salts. It's like crystals. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's going to be fun. Will you be live streaming it?
No.
Wow. So anyway, shouldn't you be getting cracking with your carpet while you're doing this? Are you doing it now as we speak?
No, I'm not. I can't. Do you know, it's scaring me because I'm like, I just know it's going to take me months to do it, and I did that piece there in about 3 weeks that I showed you earlier. I'm thinking there's like 16 of them, so 16 times 3 weeks. My maths is terrible, Jay. She knows the answer to everything.
I'm thinking like, oh, what was it? 32, I don't know. Oh, I've lost it now. It's not 38, it's more than 38, isn't it? 48, that's it. I missed 10. 48, there you go. 48. Thank you, Jay.
See, she's got the answer.
Why did you go straight for the iron? I would have gone for ice, actually. But, if you get wax on something, you tend to either soak her in, well, it might have been a big for that, warm water, or a year even.
Yeah.
Or put it on ice. Some things you can put into a freezer or pack ice on it, and it kind of breaks away. I used to do a bit of industrial cleaning, and we had this stuff in a spray can. And if there was chewing gum on the carpets, in the big department stores, or wax, or anything like that, you just spray this stuff on there, and it'd go whoosh, it'd freeze it solid immediately, and you get under there and just chip it off there. Just chip it off straight.
That's what they say, isn't it? If you get chewing gum on your clothes or anything, put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to actually clean or wash denim. I didn't know this until about a year ago. You're supposed to put that in the freezer.
Denim
jeans, Levi's, they recommend that you don't wash your jeans. You put them in the freezer, and the coldness kills all the bacteria, and then you wear them again. Like,
I guess it makes sense. If you live in a cold country, you just hang them out on the line for the night.
Yeah.
Freeze up and then put them on, and maybe they shrink fit afterwards while they're still a bit damp.
I'm going to Google that just to make sure that I'm right in what I say there.
I've not heard of that one. It would not surprise me, but I don't know anybody that puts their denims in the freezer.
You wash denim or freeze it. It might work when you first take them out, but it won't be ongoing. This is a rumor abounds online, as debunked it, saying household freezers do not kill bacteria. Clean more denim in the freezer.
Oh, I thought it would actually. I thought it would just kill anything that was living, bacteria.
Put it in the dishwasher then. That gets hot enough. That kills the bacteria.
Put your denims in the dishwasher.
That's what Jay does with all her denim hot pants.
And blue jeans, frozen blue jeans. Oh damn! I need to go and pee, but can you entertain while I just nip off?
Yeah, I can entertain.
Go on then. I'm just going to mute up. I'll be back.
Yeah, no worries. Right.
All right. Was it my pants? Okay.
Oh dear. Well, I'm in charge. Stango's gone. It's just me. My pants are always hot. That's what I've heard, Jay. That's what I've heard. Let's have a flick through the chat. J. Yeah, okay. Nobody else is talking. Doesn't say how many people are watching. What's going on? Oh, 7 watching. 7 of you watching, and only Jay messaging. What's going on, guys? I've been spamming the chat. Oh, there's Anarchy. So I missed you there, Anarchy, hiding in the middle of all those JDs. Yeah, dearing me. So what are you guys doing for Christmas? You spending it with family, going away, staying at home? I'm going to be spending it in Cambridge. Finish work on Friday, leave here at, well, hopefully about 5 o'clock. And I'm picking up a karaoke machine I've bought off of Facebook. I'm picking up some CDs for it, which I've also bought off of Facebook. I'm picking them up tomorrow night in Great Yarmouth. £10 for about 30 CDs, or CDGs as they call them for karaoke machines. I don't know what that means, but yeah, you can also click this thing up to YouTube as well. So I'm going to do a few on YouTube, and then people can sing off my phone or whatever. So we're going to be doing that on Christmas, a bit of karaoke, Christmas karaoke.
Did you select any particular genre of music, or?
I was just saying, I bought 10 CDG DVD things, or whatever they're called, CDGs, discs. I've bought about 30 of them for a tenner.
CDG. Let's have a look at that.
That's the format that most karaoke machines read at, so that they've got the image and the music all on one disc.
Oh, of course, yes. And you say you bought them off Facebook. I didn't know you could buy stuff. Well, of course you can, can't you? You just talking to people that are selling stuff, I guess, don't you?
They got Marketplace on Facebook, haven't they?
I have no idea.
Yeah. You just click on Marketplace, type in what you want to buy. I'm looking at some cars just popped up now. Don't want cars. All sorts.
So, are you buying it? Is this Facebook with the metaverse? Are you buying into the metaverse, or are you interested in the metaverse?
What's that then?
Isn't that Facebook, where you're buying virtual property, and it's expanding, and you're buying into this expanding world, and you can say, like, buy a plot somewhere, and I don't know if you buy the property or you have to build on it, but you could buy a hotel or a pub or a gift shop. I imagine if you buy a shop in London, for instance, and you create it, you turn it into like a gift shop or a crafting shop, you can sell your merchandise through this metaverse. People go to your shop, see all your wares, and then buy stuff from you. Say, you're selling CGDs. You can have a CGD shop, and if people are looking for them, they locate you in the metaverse. They walk into your virtual shop, and they say, "Oh, we'll have that one, and that one," and then you do the business through there, and then post it to them. To be honest, I really don't have much of a clue about it. I thought that was the idea of the metaverse, and I thought it was Facebook, but I've no idea.
I've never heard of it before. I'm just looking at people's listings. It's like Exchange and Mart or something for everything, really. Not just cars or gardening bits. It's just.
Do you ever use FreeCycle or anything like that?
Yeah, I used to use FreeCycle more to list stuff on, because my ex just used to acquire stuff for the sake of it, and then we just get rid of it on FreeCycle.
Right. That's what it's there for, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
Lots of George Foreman grills and Breville's and exercise machines and stuff.
Yeah, and not only that as well. Like, if you've bought, like, we bought a new sofa, and the old one, it was not in the best condition, but obviously some people would be grateful of it. So we listed that on Free Cycle, and it saved us about 30 quid in trying to get rid of it. We gave it away, like. So it's handy, really, to get rid of your bits and pieces you don't want without having to pay to get rid of them.
Yeah. So you're not really a hoarder then? You don't by nature, or are you? Would you be?
I'm not, but my ex was terrible for it. My problem is I go through fads of starting things, different things. I went through a fad of buying model trains and train sets for my son when he was growing up.
Yeah.
So I built like a. I started off with a. I don't know if you're up on it much. I started off on like 00 scale, which is like the standard small size that you would buy, and then I've got a garden scale set. So that was themed on the Polar Express, which I bought from America. That was quite good. So the 00 scale went, and then he kind of lost interest in the garden one, and we dropped right down to G scale. No, that's garden scale. We dropped right down to, oh god, I forgot what the size is. Anyway, it's so yeah, I dropped like 2 lots of train sets to get rid of.
Right. I mean, I know people that have been into that, and I never got into trains myself. But when it comes to like the building of the what would you call it, the landscapes and stuff, I used to be into Warhammer, so I used to enjoy making the landscapes and the battlegrounds and the hills, and using the little lichen and making the trees and buildings,
dioramas.
Yeah. I quite like the idea of that. And I guess if you've got a train set, you've got something moving around. But I never quite got into the trains. It was okay for the gaming. It was great for the gaming. But yeah, I got a train set once for my kids. And I think I got bored of it just before they did, to be honest. And it went. And I don't think they would have been interested unless we were building, as you say, the dioramas. But they're too busy with their computer games, to be fair.
Yeah.
The new generation. So I joined them with the computer games.
Yeah, that's what my son's into now. We got the PlayStation 5 when they came out. I remember queuing up in the middle of COVID trying to get it because we bought it and then COVID came out.
Yeah.
And no, that must have been when did COVID kick in? That was 2020, wasn't it? January, March 2020. Yeah. So the PlayStation must have come out later on in that year. They released it in November or something.
Yeah.
Early December. So I remember queuing up in the middle of the pandemic trying to get this PlayStation 5, and the shops obviously were all shutting down, and we were panicking because that was his main Christmas present. And we didn't know whether the shops were going to be open, and it was a right nightmare.
So we got it. They were in high demand, wasn't they? They weren't producing enough, were they, for the market?
They're still not now. I think you struggle to get hold of them now. It's amazing.
Yeah. I hear you can get the whatever it is, the light version, easier than you can get the disc version. I think it's called. I'm not sure what it's called actually. I don't know.
Because it's backward playable, and his PlayStation 4, we had bought quite a lot of discs for it, or Blu-rays or whatever they put them on. We wanted the disc one, so that was what we ordered. So I think it was 479 or something, or 549. I can't remember. But the other one was like 60 quid cheaper or 50 quid cheaper. So when we weighed up the pros and cons, we thought like 50 quid, and then we bought another controller with it as well. So he had someone to play with if he got bored with it, because he does. But they've brought out a new PlayStation virtual reality set now, haven't they? That's like 550 quid.
Well, this is what interests me because it's 4K, isn't it, or something? The screen. I've got the VR for the PS4.
Yeah.
And as good as it is, you can, it's not real. You can see the dots, but it's good. You just got to blur your eyes and use your imagination. But I can only imagine what the PS5 version is going to be like. It looks amazing.
It does look good, yeah. But I just, because we got in the PSVR, the original one on the PlayStation 4, which was you could use that on the PlayStation 5 as well. So we got in that when he had the PlayStation 4. So that was Christmas before we got in the PlayStation 5. He used it for about 3 or 4 months, and it never came out ever again.
That's typical too. They've got new controllers too, haven't they? They got controllers.
Yeah, they got like hand controllers, haven't they?
Yeah, where you can move your fingers, kind of, or at least a couple of them. I don't know if it's all of them. Isn't it just 2? And you can.
I don't know.
You can make gestures and stuff like that.
PSVR 2 controllers. Let's have a look. See.
I do like the VR. I haven't played on my PlayStation for about a year now. I've been meaning to dip in and catch up on my favorite game, but I just haven't for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when my ex, it was Christmas Day, and we said to my my wife at the time, now my ex, we said to her, have a go on a luge, and there she was standing there trying to wiggle down this road on the luge. And she was falling all over the place. She had to take the controller off, the headset off. She was feeling sick.
Some people do suffer that, don't they? They suffer the VR sickness,
vertigo, and all that.
Yeah. I didn't get that, fortunately, but I've had friends come round and I said, "Oh, have I got on this?" And they've been like, "Oh, I can't do that. It's giving me a headache or instant." It's like, you got to give it a chance. It's like they just didn't give it a chance. No, I can't do that. It's making me feel ill. So, but maybe don't with some people. Do you have a 360 camera at all?
No, I don't know.
No, so they're compatible with VR, aren't they? I know I've looked at some YouTube videos with the VR headset on, and you can literally look around rather than swiping the screen. You can actually, see what you're meant to be seeing on these. I don't know. I've never tried it with PJ Audits. He uses one, but I've never actually tried swiping the screen to see whether it's actually giving 360. But with a VR headset, you should be able to see behind him and all sorts and all over the place.
Yeah. I don't know if YouTube support that, though, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, I've watched it on YouTube. You log into your YouTube on your PlayStation and watch the videos. If it's 360, it'll tell you. And you can look around.
So can you do that on a computer? Watch, like PJ Audits doing his 3D camera and then wiggle around with your mouse and see?
Yeah, I've done it on my phone. See, I keep forgetting about these things. Not with his, but with another one. I've not tried it because I normally watch on the computer or the TV even. It's normally because it's on the TV, but I've had it on the phone, and you just literally kind of like swipe it left and right, and it turns the camera around.
Wow.
I know, it's pretty good. I don't know whether you have to upload it like that. I'll have to try one of PJ's videos and see if it actually works. Because you normally see some little grey arrows each side of the screen. So you know that you can swipe it or touch the arrows to tilt the camera.
I've never noticed that. I'm gonna go and have a look on. I'm going to just type in YouTube 3D
360 3D or 360. It should have a little tag on there to tell you if it's 360.
I mean, I'm so interested in this 360 degree. Yeah. Right.
There will be a genre in itself, like for 360, if I remember correctly. I've not looked for ages, to be honest, but it should say there was landscapes and all sorts that you could test out.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the adverts to clear, and I'm just going to have a test out. I'm watching the Duracell Bunny at the moment.
I don't get adverts.
You pay, do you?
Well, I got the what you call it, the whatever it was, a month or whatever it was, 3 months it was for free, and I've been caught in it. I've not unsubscribed to it, but then I go to pardon.
Wow,
you got it, have you?
Yeah,
I've got it. You
can just through like a hotel.
Just drag it.
I'm walking through the Titanic, actually. looking left and right. That is so bizarre.
Yeah, let's show the screen. I've got what is it, Family Guy or something open at the moment. It was just something random. 360 vid. And is that sharing? Probably not. Oh, it is sharing. Basically, you just go like that, look, and you can. Yeah, I thought it had little arrows each side to tell you that it's 360. But yeah. Oh, and I have. Oh, there's the arrow thing there. Yeah, you can do it with that too. You can look at the floor. You can look up at the ceiling. But I have watched live streams where they're using 360 cams, and it was like, this is great because you can watch their back while they're walking down the street. It was actually an auditor at the time, going back a few years.
Yeah.
He's not around anymore. Oh, there's Brian.
No, I've never noticed that before at all. I'm so impressed with that.
And they do VR vids as well. So you can put on your VR headset and you can ride roller coasters, go bungee jumping. Some of them, the quality is not great. It's not really that great at all, but yeah, it's just another aspect, isn't it? So do you think you'll be getting one of those 360 cams now then?
I like gadgets. So I wouldn't say no to one, but I just don't see I've got a need for it now. So
yeah, you'd have to justify it with a new project, wouldn't you? I guess.
Yeah, to be honest, if I was going to spend that sort of money, I'd go for the DJI Mavic drone thing.
What, the
Mini 3? Yeah,
Mini 3.
Yeah.
I've still not used mine. I've had it a good 6 months now. I got the Mavic 2 and I've still not used it. They'll have outlawed them by the time I get around to using it.
Yeah, they will. Won't be long, will it? Like some DJ audience is going to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah. But the thing is, the free, it's a different system, isn't it? Somebody lost one once. Who was it? Was it it was either Alderton, Yorkshire, or maybe Gwent Order or something, and they took it over a police academy. And as they were flying it over there, it came down, and he wasn't sure whether they had jammed the signal or something and brought it down. But he tried to get it back, and he couldn't find it. He'd lost it. Whether somebody nabbed it or whatever, he'd lost it. He didn't get it back. But DJI sent him a new one, said it was a fault of theirs, because he sent them the footage of what happened, and they said it was some kind of malfunction. So they do malfunction. And they sent him a new one back. They sent him a new Mavic. But also, he did say that he wasn't going to get another 4. He said he was going to stick with the... Sorry, not 4. I'm thinking of PlayStation, aren't I? The 3. He was going to stick with the 2. Because even though he's still using the 3, I think it's a better signal on the 2 because it's using a mobile phone rather than a dedicated controller. That's the impression I get anyway, that the signal on the phone would be better, safer even. That's the only case I've heard of somebody losing one, but it kind of makes sense actually. Mobile phones are kitted out for most areas, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I've got to be honest, I'm really impressed with the fact that DJI did that and swapped him out or gave him another one because they reckon it was faulty. I mean, there's not a lot of companies that would do that.
No, well, exactly. Well, he had all the he was recording the screen, so when it said, I can't remember what it said now, but when the message come up, they must have recognized it, and because it was all recorded, he sent them all the recordings, and they could see that it was lost. I mean, you could have easily gone and found it in the woods and said that it was lost, but I think they tracked the flight as well. They can track the flight. I'm pretty sure they could backtrack the flight, which goes to show that it's all tracked.
Wow.
It's all tracked. But yeah, it was an interesting one. I can't remember what it was, else I'd give you the link. But I'm pretty sure it was Alderton, Yorkshire, rather than Gwent Auditor. I don't know if you watch those guys.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't watched an auditing video for 6 months.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I'm just starting to get back into it again. I because I really enjoyed doing it, and I kind of stopped doing it because of I broke up with my ex and all that, and I stopped doing it. I kind of lost interest in it, and I just walked away from it. And then my current girlfriend, she said, "Well, because I really like making the videos. That's the bit I really like as well."
Yeah.
And she kind of said, "Well, why don't you do something else?" And she kind of pushed me into doing arts and crafts and stuff. So But yeah, that's just as fun.
Right.
But yeah, I haven't watched auditing videos for a long time. I heard actually through the grapevine when I just flicked on YouTube once about 3 or 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, something about Coley Burks has gone to prison. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I believe so. I'm guilty myself. I'm not as in touch with the auditing as I used to be. There's very few channels I actually watch now.
Yeah.
I'm just subscribed to. I just view people that I actually talk to, really, or stuff that are kind of interesting. But I feel like I'm not saying it's served its purpose. It has to a certain extent because it was all about awareness. It's changed so much, but it was all about awareness, and now people are aware of their rights and all the rest of it. It can't stop, can it? Because they need to be reminded that they are still being recorded. Until everybody, which is kind of sad thought in one aspect, takes their phone out. If they're being approached, take your phone out. That's the that's the main message, isn't it? Know your rights and record everything.
Yeah.
Whether you're guilty of anything or not, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying it's dying. Of course, it's not dying because it's about standing up, isn't it? It's about making a stance. But if people just do that in day-to-day life and not, for YouTube views, then that's when the mission is accomplished. I believe, anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was it. I mean, in the beginning, it like a lot of people. It was during the lockdowns, and I found there was others out there that were going out. I mean, I wasn't recording myself. I was just going out. I'm not being told what to do. I was working for a start. We worked all through lockdowns. And also going out. I thought, if I'm bloody working, and I'm not going to be told to get in my box as soon as I finish my shift.
Yeah.
But then I found myself watching, a lot of auditing and seeing that some people were finding ways around it or actually going there documenting, what was going on in the world while people were being told not to go out. And it was a stance. It was a rebellion. And I thought, this is it. What's this leading up to? This is a rebellion. But it's changed so much over the last year or so now, hasn't it? And it's become YouTube.
It's yeah. I mean, I've seen the odd video and I've watched the odd live. And it just looks like it's become so toxic.
Well, the community, yeah, but you mean the auditing itself?
Well, the community, not the auditing. The auditing's still the same, isn't it? Which is good. But amongst the people that watch it, I see so much hatred amongst each other. I think it's just a shame, really.
It is a shame. This is it. In the beginning, it was like people were pulling together. We had a threat. We were all under threat, wasn't we? We pulled together. We were taking a stance, whether you were, taking a stance on the internet or going out with a camera. We were all taking a stance, and we were making but now things have changed. All those people on the internet that were taking a stance have drifted off, started their own channels. And you're right, a lot of it is about drama. It is. It brings in the views, doesn't it? It gets the attention, brings in the views. Oh, yeah, it gets people together. Definitely. But I agree. It's not my kind of socializing. I don't want to sit on a live and discuss the problems with the lives. It's a lot of the time that's what's going on. And it's like, hang on, you're chasing your own tail there. How about lots of people say what is it? Don't want change, be change. And it's like, well, there's the message. All those people that say that should do that. Make change. Don't sit there and stagnate. But then if that's what people want, that's what people want. It's no longer the auditing community. It's a different kind of community now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's a drama community. So fair enough. It seems popular, but I've gone off, watching other videos now because it interests me more.
Yeah.
I was never into the Jeremy Kyle show or anything like that, so it doesn't really interest me.
No, I'm not into drama.
But yeah,
like an easy life.
And I can see along the way as well the drone laws will be changing too, won't they? Because the boundaries are being pushed, and it's like, how long is it going to be before changes are being made? Saying well, you're going to need a license now. You're going to have to take training, and you're going to be held accountable for the laws that are going to be changed. Like, we're going to tell you can't fly over there, and if you try to, which auditors, they know the boundaries. They're going within the restricted, unrestricted airspace, aren't they?
Yeah,
within the boundaries. But I've noticed some now, like a couple I do watch, again, back to Alderton, Yorkshire and Gwent Auditor, they do film prisons, but they do it from a distance. They've got the three even, and they'll fly it from a distance, and they can zoom into the prisons. Okay, they can't fly over there for obvious reasons, but it's making a point, isn't it? It's like, it's not that you can't film into the prison, it's that you can't fly over the prison in case you're dropping stuff in or whatever. But I have a lot of conversations, especially with young Jay there. It's like I think we agree on the same thing. When it comes to auditing, it should have moved on by now. Like, more, like some are doing it, like citizen journalism or monitoring authorities. No, I don't mean traffic wardens. I don't mean what's it? Because the yellow vest thing was the COVID centres. It's like, we need to know what's going on here, and they were coming out and saying, like, you can't do this. And it's like, the world needs to know what's going on here. We're being restricted too much, so people were filming these places, and but it seems now anybody in a yellow vest is targeted. Where shouldn't it be like the police filming them in public doing their duty, or monitoring them, making sure they're doing their duty properly, rather than outside a police station? And also governments, authorities, like some of the Americans do. I don't follow American auditing, but certain people will approach. They don't call them prime ministers over there, senators.
Yeah.
And question them, try and hold them accountable, talking about town halls, things like that. You can't fight City Hall, but you can kind of try and highlight what actually goes on there and any misconduct. It's easy enough to anger about a police station and wind a copper up, isn't it? Where to monitor them.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
It's a different story. It's probably a lot more time consuming, because like, you could be out there for weeks without actually getting any footage that's going to interest anybody, and then you'll find somebody up an alleyway getting duffed up by a copper, and then it'll go viral. But what's it all about?
Yeah.
I often think back to some of the rebels in life, the revolutionaries, rebels, people that have stood up, people have made a difference in the world. This was before the internet, before TikTok, YouTube, before social media, and they've stood up. They've made a change. They've made a stance. They've put awareness out there for whatever their cause be. There's many different causes, and they've gone down in history. How many YouTubers are going to go down in history? Because the difference is, I hate to say it, or I may be wrong, a lot of the time they're doing it for themselves and not for the cause.
Yes, yeah.
In my opinion, that is. I mean, should I put that disclaimer back up? There you go. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, and I've been observing this, or involved even in this community since it began. So I think I've got every right to have an opinion on it and how it's changed, and it's nothing groundbreaking. But yeah. So much change. But as we know, change is the only constant, right?
I went on Skype the other day, and Grim shut everything down, didn't he?
Yeah. I know. I don't know why. I think he felt that it wasn't being used, and it's like, well, there was past conversations that we could have, gone back to, and it might be used again. Yeah. Is it closed? I've not been on there. Is it actually closed the actual channel?
There's a note up saying it's closed. I don't know quite whether it is. I'll have a look. Skype. Oh, where's it gone?
Yeah.
It's opening up. It's going to ask me for my password, and I don't know what it is now.
It's I don't think people are using it so much. I mean, there's so many different platforms, and now there's PSYOP. Have you looked at PSYOP?
No, I haven't. No.
That's been off for a little while, but it's back up and running again now.
That's what Mrs. J does, isn't it? Is that right?
Yeah. Well, she does YouTube, and I think she'll probably be doing a bit more PSYOP as well now, or and Bear too, I believe. There's a new format now called Jitsi. Not a new one, but that's being used. I think they're still working on it, but it's got potential to broadcast on different platforms, and also you can have unlimited people in there, which can be a bit chaotic, to be honest. Because at the end of the day, if you have more people in there, the more control you need, and it's like, oh, that's very authoritarian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes I like the idea of this YouTube stream with a friend, but I've not tried it yet, or I'm not even sure if I've got it yet.
Well, I've got it on my phone, so it says.
Right.
I haven't got the facility to do it on. Well, I don't think I've got the facility to do it on my computer. I don't know how you would go about it, but I can definitely do it on my phone.
Well, apparently it's still in beta testing at the moment, so not everybody's got it. But there was talk. Something I wanted to try was to open up a YouTube stream and then see if there's a link there, because it should have an option, you know, when it says go live or record video, it should have an option, say go live with a friend. I don't get that on my computer, but somebody says you may be able to get a link if you go live and you can actually invite one person in. So it's worth trying out. I quite like the idea of that. It gives the opportunity for a decent kind of one-to-one. And if people want to join in the chat, then, you know, there's no kind of like, let me on, I'm knocking on the back door and all that. It's just a case of like, well, either join in the chat and listen to what's going on, or or go elsewhere. And you don't get any of that bombing or anything then, do you? It's like, you don't get any of this bombing. Because not only is the porn and gore bombing now, we've got audio bombing, haven't we? Have you heard any of that?
No, I haven't, no.
Yeah. When people are backstage, you know, when they put the banner up.
Yep.
The host will put the banner up and they say, who is it? Blah, blah. They start talking. And then they'll just start saying stuff, you know, certain words, keywords, to try and get the channel taken down. So even that's not safe now. I don't know if anybody's had the channel taken down from audio bombing. I have no idea, because I've heard it a lot. And then people just either let it go or shut the stream down and, you know, as you do, restart it again. But yeah, that's going on a fair bit now.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, what's this here? Let's have a look at this. What does that say? Auditing is an important counterbalance. The very act raises the bar of freedom with every effort. It is. I totally agree. It is. It needs to exist. It does need to exist. Whether it be auditors going out there and doing the auditing, or everybody being aware, and not necessarily auditing, but making them aware that the cameras are on them too. It's not one way. They can't just film us, can they? And think that we haven't got the right to, you know, film them.
Yeah. So I'm just reading a text message that's just come through. Bear with me.
It is, yeah. I'm back. So you're still on? Yeah, we shouldn't be, but we are. We were just chatting about this, that, and the other, and we ended up talking about a little bit of auditing. Didn't want to talk about the auditing, but we're talking about the auditing, not the community, really. The idea of auditing. And one of my fears, like from the beginning, really, not a fear as such, but I thought, is auditing, is it going to accelerate the fortification of government buildings, and, you know, like police stations, like covering their gates so that you can't see it, so the public can't see inside, so they can, you know, do stuff without us knowing about it. We can't record. What's this? One day people realize they need not government or rulers. Abiding by voluntary consensual interactions and non-aggression principle would be complete paradigm shift from the war on drugs. The war on drugs. I mean, I understand most of that. That sounds a little bit like respect and down the lines of common law, doesn't it? Interactions, non-aggression principle would be complete paradigm shift from the war on drugs. I'm not sure about the last bit. No victim, no crime, no profit policy. All right. Okay. No victim, no crime. Or am I reading that wrong? Let me read that again. One day people realise.
Realise they need no governmental rulers abiding by voluntary consensual interactions, and the non-aggression principle would be a complete paradigm shift from the war on drugs.
Yeah, I don't quite get the last bit. But then this to me, it's a dream away, isn't it? That kind of attitude is a dream away.
Yeah.
Where do we start, to even get there? I mean, hang on. What's that? That's a very good point. But just like the radiation machines and molestation at checkpoints, let them show their hands, let them raise the walls and arm the towers. At least it won't be an insult. But still, it's a step towards not just what do we call it, state control, or once they've armed themselves. I mean, they're wandering around the cities now with. Have you seen the guns they're using now? Bloody hell. Yeah. It's like, what's this? To our intelligence. And the drugs part is the idea of personal autonomy. My body, my choice. I totally agree with that, actually. Freedom of the body and mind. The war on drugs is a war on people. Okay, I get it now. Yeah. That's like, yeah. That goes down the lines of saying, like, legalize all drugs. We're talking about heroin, cocaine, cannabis, anything. But, okay, they say, like, they'll set up pharmacies where you can go and buy it, and it's, clean. You're not buying it off the streets or off drug lords. Well, the drug lords would be them. But, yeah, it's your body, your choice. If you want to kill yourself,
that's your choice. Yeah.
It's your choice. Or if you're, you meet people in life, they can lead quite a functional life, believe it or not. They can be heroin addicts and work in a factory. As long as they can go off and, do it now and again, they can still work and lead a functional life. It's not like a disability. It's people need to know. It really is, man. They're going to have motherfucking robots with guns in due time. Well, yeah. Well, exactly. It's going to happen. We know it's going to happen. I just felt like, are we expressing it? Are we pushing it by actually? But it doesn't matter. It's going to happen anyway. As you say, it's going to happen. It will. The world has changed so much. I was even talking to somebody today about these what do you call them? What's these things what's his name? These chips in the head. Hang on, what's this again? That's part of the paradigm shift towards personal self-reliance. The farmer oligarchs wouldn't exist if people were wise enough to grow their own stuff, eat their own animals, but no victim, no crime. Yeah, it's a valid start.
I think I'm not getting half these messages. Peer on let's put on live chat, not top chat. I might get it then.
Well, I mean, going down that route, I studied herbology, and I soon figured, okay, yeah, you've got your teas and your what do you call them? You can make your balms, this, that, and the other, out of your herbs, like your your parsley and thyme and your sage and all the rest of it, and your lavender. But there's something missing. The painkillers. There's only certain drugs that can do that. Not just painkiller, but like morphine. We need to be able to grow our own. Well, is that right to say? Morphine and cocaine for different reasons, different purposes, instead of relying on these pharma companies. That's what was missing. You can relax a bit with a bit of aromatherapy or a cup of tea, but if you've got serious pain, you have to rely on medication. And this medication has been tested on, if I don't know, some people are against it, tested on animals, so they don't want to buy into it. Although I know a lot of people now that felt like that, they're on the fence about it because they've realized that their old granny that's dying of whatever relies on that medication to keep her alive that has been tested on animals. So they're on the fence, and if it comes to it, like, they might even take painkillers themselves.
Yeah. I mean, I don't support animal testing. I really don't. I think it's very sad when you think of these poor beagles or whatever in the farms and things like that are being tested and drugged up, and I think that's a horrible thought to have. And like most people, I don't think about it enough. But I'll go into a shop and I'll pick up some deodorant spray or some skin cream or something like that, like everybody does, and I'll buy it. But I don't necessarily think about how it got there, and it's sad, really.
Yeah, when it comes to cosmetics, that's a different story, isn't it? I mean, that's even more cosmetics and. Oh, can I just read this? It really is a world away, but an idea is only as powerful as its time. When it's ready, it's ready. One might consider the prospect of slavery being abolished worldwide in an open way in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Le Sween Machine making some good points there, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at times in history, things were acceptable, and now they're not. I was having a similar conversation with my missus earlier on today. We were talking, and it wasn't that long ago that it was illegal for people to be in a homosexual relationship, wasn't it?
1960s, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Quentin Crisp, wasn't he? Was it him that was jailed in the 1960s? I don't know for a fact, but I believe it was round about them. So it wasn't that long ago at all, really.
No, it's not long. Well, 60 years ago now, but yeah. I'm gonna have to Google that. When did
It was either him or I think it was him and what's his name? The guy that was in the movie, the one with the minis. What's it called? The Italian Job. The guy that was running the prison. What was his name? I think it was him. Begins with a Q. No, that's Quentin Crisp. I can't think of his name now. But yeah, I think both of them maybe got jailed within a similar time period. I think. Oh, I can't think of his bloody name now. Wasn't he a writer as well? Yeah, when it's ready, it's ready. Farmer, excessive people wise enough to grow their own stuff and eat their own.
Just out of interest, I mean, a similar kind of topic. The reason why it's come up is I was just Googling regulating sex and sexuality in the 20th century, the UK Parliament. It's to find out about homosexual offences, and it says street prostitution as well. I mean, do you think that should be legalised?
Street prostitution?
Yeah.
When you say street prostitution, you mean like in Amsterdam, where it's not necessarily always on the street, but in a controlled environment within a house?
Yeah.
You mean selling sex in general? Do you mean?
Well, yeah. Let's do the bigger thing. Yeah, bigger picture.
Well,
I'm going on what Le Sween Machine was saying about drugs. It's their body and all that. It's your body. You do.
I agree. That would be my stance on that. It's like your body, your choice. Noel Coward, that was him. Was in the Italian Job. Wasn't it Noel? Was he jailed for homosexuality? Noel Coward.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah.
I think. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, I think your body, your choice. If that's what you choose to do, although it's when you think about it, it's a horrible thought. When you think like governments could say like, okay, it's all going to be decriminalized or legalized or whatever, and then you've got children and you think, what do you want your little daughter growing up like at school? What do you want to be when you grow up? I'm going to be a prostitute. It's oh damn, you think about what it entails. It's like you don't want your little girl growing up like that, do you? To be used and abused by
men
or women, just people after people.
Yeah.
That's the only drawback to that. Although when they get to that age, it's their choice, it's their consenting choice. Just like now, who knows? One of our kids could grow up and decide they want to be the opposite sex because it's a choice now.
Yeah.
It's a choice. It's like, well, they could get a job, save up. They could be 20 in their 20s and go, right, I'm going to have the operation. It's like, what did we do wrong? It's like, oh, so we got it wrong there. Then we got the wrong sex. Yeah, it's just a new. We've got to accept it. We've got to accept it. I mean,
because times have changed.
They have.
Yeah.
My son's 19 now, nearly 20, and we talk about this a lot because he's around people, you know, with this new attitude, people that want to be identified as this or that. And although I kind of try to understand, I do have to put my own point across, but I do agree with him and say that, but that is an old way of thinking. You know, my way of thinking is an old way of thinking, and I need to. It's not that I need to move with the times. I have moved with the times, but when I'm talking to him, I'm reminding him of how things were yesteryear, or how more natural things were. Where he refers a lot to, like, you know, the generation of cyberpunk, where is everybody asexual or they choose to be whatever sex they want to be. What's this? Hang on. Let's just put that up. What's that there? Hang on. We go just nip back to this again. They say the worst thing for weed is that the state. Hang on. They say that the worst thing for weed in the States was its legalization because the farmer hogs are eating up the market. The black market is always better. The cartels, extremist groups, all governments too. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, it should have been decriminalized, but at least you've got the right to grow it now. You've got the right to grow it. I think I've said many times, my family live in Canada, and even my parents were growing this bloody stuff, let alone my sister. They got free plants out the back. They don't even touch it, it turns out. I thought they'd become stoners since it was legalized, but no. They're just growing it. They said, oh, they had a bet with somebody. It's like, so you could grow the biggest plants. And it's like, you what? What did you do with it? Oh, we give it away. What? But at least they have the option to do that.
Is that allowed to give it away, or is that not allowed?
Well, of course you can give it away. Yeah, you can give it away. You can give it away. It's up to you, isn't it? You grow it. As long as you're not making big business out of it. Apparently, they say that you can grow free plants. And if you grow, I said, what happens if you grow more? They said, well, there's a very heavy penalty for it. Or a heavy penalty for it. What's this? The non-aggressive principle, your body, your choice. As long as it's consensual, you got to let them. The monetary system breeding greed and lust, plus it being illegal, is where all the violence comes. Yeah, drugs and prostitution. Yeah. That is where the violence comes, in prostitution. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. There's always going to be somebody there trying to make easy money, or, well, there's always going to be someone there. They'll see a weak person or somebody at the weakest, or you know the stories of, like, prostitutes end up on the streets as young girls or young ladies or whatever, get hooked on drugs, and that's when they're weak, and then they get taken in, don't they? And they're getting their habits fed. They're earning the money for these people. They're in control of them.
Yeah,
they are the governing body, aren't they? Really?
Yeah.
And that's what needs to be. That's what needs to be sorted, isn't it? As you said, in a controlled environment, not even controlled. If only a woman could just say, like, well, I'm just going to open my doors, and, you know, if you want it, come and get it. You pay me cash, blah, 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 blah. But then somebody's going to notice, aren't they? And somebody's going to muscle in there, and somebody's going to say, like, well, if you're not careful, you're going to get yourself hurt. You need protection. And that's where they start nipping in, don't they? And then maybe the woman gets, you know, in a bit of a bad state, and it's like, well, I'll tell you what, take some of this. It'll ease the pain a bit.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's that slippery slope again, isn't it?
If there was a legal system put in place, I mean, going back, I don't know, it's got to be 10, 15 years ago now, there was that serial killer that went around raping and killing prostitutes in Ipswich. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, what was his name? Which one was that? I know I think I know the story.
Switch serial killer. I'm sure it might have been as late as the 90s. Stephen Wright.
Stephen Wright. Oh no, it's not. I was thinking
Strangler, the Ipswich Ripper. No.
And it because wasn't he picking them up off the streets? They were on the streets.
Yeah.
To get them in the car and off.
He had his way with them and then kill them off. I mean, if they were in a legalized setting,
yeah,
and weren't pushed out to the streets, then it would be safer for them, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And is it easy money at the end of the day? It seems like it, but is it really?
I wouldn't say it is easy money.
No.
I mean, I have no idea what they charge for their services. I really haven't got a clue. But I would imagine some of them do all right out of it. The higher end of the.
This is some of the darker side of it, isn't it? Right, like big time pimps make the money, pay the Fed cops, and then they get violent and crazy. What's that?
With the voluntary within a voluntary
society only, consensual whorehouses would be allowed. The armed grandpas would reign hell. And then drugs and using and abusing people's addiction is a direct violation of the non-aggression principle. Yeah, it's just the way life is right now, isn't it? I can't see any, major changes in the mindset of many people in our lifetime anyway, when it comes to using and abusing people. We've got role models, haven't we? We've got our role models, whether it be the governments or royalty, or they all use and abuse people and hide it. Yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean, where do we go with this? I mean, we go to buy an island, start an island, set up a utopia where everybody's respectful of each other. And then we just kind of like hope that we've picked the right people to actually follow through with this. What's this here? Hang on. Easy money for sure. Only a few jobs.
This is quite interesting. What I'm just reading here. Amsterdam, for example, they have those legal brothels out there, and yet there's still 10% people are trafficked to Amsterdam. At least 10%.
That's the other thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's what it entails. It's like, we need some fresh blood. And they can't just take it from their own streets anymore. They need to go to other countries or other towns or wherever and ship them in. Yeah. That's it's just one big meat market. That's what we are, aren't we? We're just part of this big meat market. What was that though? Easy money for sure. Only a few jobs with job security, like funeral homes, bars, and a lady love. Is that laddie love or lady love? I'm not sure. Drugs and Right. We cannot leave and isolate. It's been done over and over and over. We must set brush fires of freedom in the minds of the men, or of men. People must learn to hate their chains, learn to hate their chains, not love them. Oh, Stockholm syndrome.
But the thing is, I mean, the minute you legalize something like that, then the government's going to come in and say, right, well, you're earning so much money now. I'm going to take 20% of that. Thank you very much.
Of course.
And then they're not going to earn so much. So either they put their prices up or it's not worth doing, is it?
It would even happen with decriminalization. I mean, okay, decriminalization would have benefits, but still, they're going to want to take they're just thieves. We cannot leave and isolate. It's good. Oh, well, hang on. I've done that bit. Sorry. Thousands of years of if you speak up, your head is gone, lad. The idea of being self-sustainable is just as foreign to us now. An abolition of slavery was to people of 1860. It is. It's just threats. It's the threat. Thousands of years. If you speak up, your head is gone, lad. I mean, to be honest, I don't want to pick on Jesus because it's his birthday soon, isn't it? But that's what the cross says to me, the crucifix even. I see a crucifix and I see a threat. I see a government. I mean, they base a lot of these laws around the Bible. You swear on the Bible. It's all about the Bible. And when you see the cross, it's like, speak up. You'll end up like this guy here. You'll end up crucified. They'll crucify you. The idea of being self-sustainable is just as foreign to us now. An abolition of slavery, people. I can see way into the future, though. Way into the future. When we won't be around, but it'll be a case of like, well, do you know, back then they had a government. They were told what to do. They had to be told what to do. They had laws. And then they'll be studying laws at school. It's like, what were laws for? What were they then?
Yeah.
Find that when people repair their own roads, the quality is much better. Well, that's a good point. Or when the Fed isn't there to monopolize a trade, free market competition makes prices go down and quality go up. That's a very good point. You know, if you were responsible for your own piece of road, all roads, but you know, you keep your bit of road nice and tidy and safe, and then the next neighbor keeps theirs nice and tidy and safe. But it would be quality. They don't want to wreck their car on their own piece of road. And if everybody held that kind of responsibility or even pride in their work or whatever you call it, the whole road would be a better place, wouldn't it?
Yep.
But another thing, you know, for the future, will people look back and say, like, do you know, they used to employ people and, you know, oh, they used to be rough and as anything, you know, now we just all take care of the roads. We all take care of our bit. And if we see a hole in the road, we pull over and we patch it up. We don't wait for the council, or we don't wait for so many cars to get wrecked or accidents to occur. We just patch it up. But we could say the same about picking up litter. I'd like to know how many people walk down the streets and you see like a plastic bottle on the ground or a crisp packet. Do you pick it up and put it in the bin? Or do you just walk past it and go like, well, I didn't drop it?
Yeah. Well, I'm not bigging myself up or anything, but when we had all that snow in Norfolk, it wasn't snow. It was a lot of ice on the roads, actually, on the pavements. It was just iced over. We got a grit box literally 50 yards from our front door. So I went out there and I gritted maybe 20 meters either side of my driveway. So approximately 30 or 40 meters approximately of pavement. And then I read on Facebook that right outside the doctor's surgery, some guy had come out of the surgery, which is maybe 3/4 of a mile away, and slipped on the ice. And they got a grit box down there. Nobody had gritted that. Not even the surgery staff had been out there and gritted that. And I thought, that's terrible. If everybody went out there and just did a little bit outside their front, those that can, obviously, if you're old and infirm and not able to for medical reasons or whatever, then that's a different story. But if everybody went out there and did a little bit like that and helped the society, then it'd be a much better place, wouldn't it?
Well, that's here. I mean, once again, I don't know who's US or Canadian, but again, my parents live in Canada. And they, every morning to go to work, I mean, they're not even young anymore. They would have to get up in the morning and dig like, you know, maybe 3 or 4 foot of snow off their drive and onto the road and down to, you know, maybe down to the neighbour's house. Okay, they're kitted out. They might just stick a snow plow on the ATV and just go, whoop, whoop, get it cleared. And then the next neighbour would do their bit and the next neighbour would do their bit. And the road's clear. And they'd have to do that when they well, I don't know about when they come back home, but every morning they'd do that. And they'd try and keep it clear. That, you know, through the day, they all chipped in. And it's not like a hippie community. That's just the way
it is. Yeah.
It's just they're prepared for it. We're not. We're not.
Unfortunately, though, I do recall maybe a year or two ago where people. I'm pretty sure the story I was paying attention to in particular was in Canada, but people, I might be wrong, it might be America, but people were clearing their cars out, and then somebody else would come along and park in their space when they come home from work.
Oh no!
Which caused absolute riots among neighbours.
I guess that would be more suburb, I think, or the burbs or whatever they call it, where you park on the street. A lot of places I've seen they actually have driveways, but yeah, that's a good point actually. Yeah, people
were loading up their parking spaces with shopping trolleys and things like that. They just dumping their rubbish out on the streets to stop people from parking, and then they come home and they got to clear it.
Yeah. What's this say here? Let's read this bit here. Just like you said, with trash, people don't pick it up because there's a daddy government, just like a spoilt brat of a psychopathic, threatening parent who cleans up all your messes. You absolve responsibility. Exactly. Not my department. Isn't that the attitude?
Yeah.
Well, aren't you going to? Not my department. I didn't drop it. And besides, there's a street cleaner. I live in a little village. We don't really have street cleaners around here, but we have teenagers, and we do have to clean up after them because they, they'll get drunk, they'll go to the nature reserve, chuck bottles everywhere. So if we're walking through, okay, I'm not far from condoning what they're doing, but we've all been teenagers. I'll pick the bottles up and stick them in the bin, or buy the bin if it's full. It's like, and I'll get to know the teenagers, and I'll say like, what's going on? Can't you just keep the place tidy? They won't, and it's like, so I'll keep picking the bottles up because they'll keep getting away with it. It's like walking down the street and picking up rubbish, or walking through the countryside and you'll see rubbish, and it's like, if I've got a bag with me, I'll pick it up and carry it to a bin. Yeah. If I don't have any bag with me, then I'll end up with an armful of rubbish. But keep the countryside clean because it's our countryside. I mean, living in cities is a different attitude altogether, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's that? Learned helplessness, learned dependence, learned apathy is the MO of all government currency, culture creation for the people, with Rockefeller Radio and Mockingbird Media. Ooh.
A voluntary society wouldn't just walk past a fight, or wasn't time calling the cops? Or was it time?
Wouldn't just walk past a fight, always time calling the cops. Yeah. I mean, if possible, you'd have to step in or at least say something. I mean, where would you stand if you were not capable of taking care of yourself? I mean, you've got to consider this like, again, in, with respect, as in like common law and all that. If somebody damages your property, like my neighbors are good. If I damage anything, which I haven't, I'll replace it or offer to,
cover the
take
cost.
care of it. Cut the costs, whatever they prefer. I feel like it's my duty to do that, or my not even a duty. It's just my responsibility. If I've just trod on your rose bush, I will replace that rose bush because I've gone and done that. Sorry, I was drunk. Doesn't wash. It's like I fell on it, broke it. I'll replace that. I apologize. I know it's not the same road bush, but I'll do my best to, do something about it. But then how about if there's a person that's, disabled and somebody comes along and trashes their rose bush and thinks, well, I'm just going to walk away because they're not going to do anything about it. They can't catch me. In the same way, in an ideal society, okay, forget the meat for now. You got your own vegetable patch in your garden. Your neighbor's got a vegetable patch. Okay, you grow potatoes, they grow carrots. It's like, tell you what, I've got a load of potatoes. Would you fancy, we'll trade potatoes for carrots. And the neighbor up the street, onions. Yeah, you do a bit of trading in an ideal, society and all that. But how about that one person at the end that, again, no friends, very unsociable, can't look after themselves. And then you've got one person over the back that can't be bothered to do their garden and thinks like, right, I'll go and pilfer some. I'm going to go for the weakest link there. I'm going to go and take it from that person at the end because that person's got no chance of, and there's no police. There's no police. That person's not got no friends, can't stick up for themselves. I mean, what's this one here? Hang on, let's read this one. It's better to be without recourse than robbed and scammed by insurance and have the cop show up 30 minutes after the fact. Robots would stop all crime. It's dangerous freedom or peaceful slavery. Whoa. I had this conversation earlier with somebody. It wasn't like robots. He was talking about these chips in the head. I was saying, like, is it your future? Are you seeing a future where you could be, was it either humanoid or cyborg or whatever? And then once you've had all your body mods and your chips and this, that, and the other, bam, you're switched off. I said, because he was talking about the exoskeletons and, that kind of stuff, the robotics, saying, like, you could go to work, you could be disabled and go to work. And it's like, yeah, okay, what kind of work for a start? But that wasn't the point. I said, so with these chips in your head, do you think like there could be a danger that they'll kind of like switch this chip on, send your mind to another world and just use your body to do the work? What is the point in that? What is the point in it? What's the point? It's saying like, well, you can be watching movies in your mind or going to, virtual places while your body's doing the work. And it's like, well, wouldn't they just build robots to do that? Hang on, what's this? Let's read some more. Some good points here. People don't like violence. They like protection. They want a police force of some kind. Just one that upholds rights rather than tyrannical political parasites. yeah, edicts. Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely. What happened to the old village bobby, as we used to call them? You lose your ball or something, and the local bobby will go and look for it. Or if you lose your keys or your wallet, people who can't defend themselves would have to make means of protection or not. That's no different than the fake BS protection we have now. I mean, that could mean two things, couldn't it? Either the strong will survive, or we will have the means of protection, i.e., we should all be armed.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for all the comment. No. This is good. This is good. The village bobby. Yeah. I don't know what you call it. I'm only guessing from some of your comments that you're American. The village bobby. It'd be the local, the cop, the street cop. Somebody there. You ask for directions. You ask for the time. You ask, could you tell me where the nearest brothel is, please, officer? They can direct you. Well, people would not stand for survival of the fittest, but life's unfair. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, either people would get together and, be more supportive of each other. What the hell are you eating? Right. Or the weak would suffer. But again, living in the village, you look around. I always keep an eye on windows and stuff. You look at like windows that are open, doors open. Older people have these habits, creatures of habits. And if I walk past a house and I don't see a pattern, if I see a broken pattern, I get concerned. I think, well, why hasn't that person opened their window today? Why haven't they put the rug over the fence, which they've done every day for the last 10 years? It's about looking after your neighbours, isn't it?
Yep.
What's that? Yeah, police around here in the States get scared if you ask for directions. You become part of the investigation. Right. Oh, man. Oh, damn. Anyway, what time is it? Oh, do you know what? We've been on quite a while now. I think, although this is quite interesting, but do you think we should probably wrap this up by now?
I'm going to have to make tracks in a minute myself anyway. So, yeah, if you want to wrap it up, that's good for me because I've got to go out for work in the morning.
Yeah, I've got to get up for work tomorrow afternoon, actually. What time is it? Tomorrow afternoon. What am I doing, man, Chris? I'm working. What's this? Let's read this last one. The fundamental difference between the past and now is the tech. we could have proper transparency for the first time, and a free flow of information could be available. Oh, that's a big subject, isn't it? When we're talking about what did they call it now? Where everything is open and transparent. You have no privacy anymore. Everything is open, not just governments, for ourselves too.
Yeah.
You know, if everybody's, some people, they don't want to show their bank accounts, but if everybody's bank accounts were open, it would just be like it would be one of those social, what do you call it? What's it called? That's going in Japan. Social status, social.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just people could just walk around with their bank account figures on their heads and think, okay, you're doing well. Or, you know, and if you could see, it's like, well, you might need some help, actually. You might need some help. In an ideal world again. Yeah, Le Swing Machine. Yeah, it was good. I'm glad. Yeah, thanks for dropping in. That was interesting. You brought some really interesting points. And, you know, in my mind, I'm not far off what you're saying there, personally. I don't mind admitting that. But yeah, we're gonna shut it down now. I don't know if Jay's still there or she's dozed off. We might have sent her to sleep by now.
Yeah, she never answered my question anyway.
No, I think she's probably
put something in the chat about some sort of man toys or something, and I asked what she was referring to, and she never answered.
Okay, all right. All
Clearly.
right. Well, to anybody that's still in here, we have a few people listening, maybe. Oh, Joni Rotten's a great stream, been listening. Have a good. Oh, Joni Rotten. Hi, Joni. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, it was interesting. For government officials, that's the thing. Right now, it's the opposite. They know everything and can see anything they want about us. But a voluntary society with the tech would demand transparency. Yeah. This is the future. The future. It seems to be coming on fast, but yeah, not fast enough, and there's going to be casualties before we get.
Well, the thing is, people are all up for convenience, aren't they? And it's going to become more convenient to have a chip put in the back of your hand to pay for your goods as you purchase them in the shops.
Yeah.
And petrol in your car, because nobody's going to want to carry a wallet around, and money will then become expired other than in the back of your hand, and it'll be credits debited from your account.
I mean, chips
go from then. Once you've got a chip in the hand, that'll tell the police who you are.
Yeah. Or if I mean, going back a few years now, I mean, it's not far off the take. I thought retina scanning. You walk into a shop, scans your face, scans your retina. You go in, you get your goods. It's all coded or whatever. When you walk out the shop, it comes off your virtual account. You don't have any cash. It's just kind of poof. You've been discredited. Yeah, credit system. And as you say, it would work everywhere you go. Your face will be scanned everywhere you go. Retina scans. It's all in the sci-fi movies, isn't it? But it's not far off reality, really, is it? When you think about it, retina scans wherever you go, and they'll know everything about you because everything will be databased if you give them. But that's transparency. That will be total transparency. But when it comes to that kind of thing, there's always going to be certain amounts of us that don't want that. Not because we've got anything to hide. Is it in our nature? It's like, no, I'm not just giving it to you on a plate.
But we will be overrun by the masses who will want the convenience of it.
Yep.
Don't realise the importance of privacy.
Absolutely, and that's when it all goes. Yes, that's it. We've kind of been there. That was just the tip of the iceberg, wasn't it? But we're only just at the beginning of the techno revolution. Wow. What's this? Oh well, it's just popped up. Let's see what he's saying there. But we are just shutting down now. But let's see what this is. People have been saying this about money for years. The biggest owners of cash business are the 1% billionaires. What's that? Peace, love, and what's that? A clown. Oh, peace, love, and clowns everywhere. It's human being, not meing. Hmm. Human
Yeah,
being.
just get this right. My mum and dad, we just moved in. I'm currently living with my mum and dad at the moment. We moved in June this year to a new property in Norfolk, and the heating system, it's an oil heating system, and the controls for it are like from the 70s, I reckon.
Right.
So anyway, they said they wanted something a little bit easier to use, and they're all into Alexas and everything else. So I said, well, why don't you get a Hive system that you can control with your voice? So we looked on Hive website, and they don't install it if you've got an oil heating system. So you have to pay somebody else to get it. So I rang around, and I got a couple of quotes off of some people that was recommended to me. 550 quid to supply and fit it. Whereas Hive, if it had been a normal heating system, would have charged 300 quid.
Right.
So I'm thinking, that's a bit steep, but I got a couple of quotes in and they were about the same sort of price. So anyway, this other company messaged back saying we wouldn't necessarily do that. We would get an electrician in, but we're so busy, I'll give you the electrician's number. So the electrician came round, did the job, and fitted and fixed a new plug socket in the lounge. 300 quid. Supply
what, just a plug socket?
No, 300 quid to supply and fit Alexa, the Hive hub. Sorry, supply and fit the Hive hub.
Yeah.
And do a repair and supply and fit an electrical socket. 300 quid.
Oh.
As opposed to 550 quid to have the Alexa, the Hive app installed and work. The Hive.
Wow. Wow. That's it. It's about shopping around, isn't it? About shopping around at the end of the day. I mean, that wasn't shopping around, but that wasn't on top of the 500. That was instead of the 500, right?
Yeah.
300. Yeah. No, sometimes it makes no sense, does it? Doesn't make any sense. Shopping around.
Anyway, I'm going to make tracks. Good night, everyone.
Yeah. Catch you later, man. Cheers for It's good to see you, by the way. Yeah, good to see you back.
Yeah, nice to come back on.
You shader of humanity, partly man. The human is referring to all caps legal fiction name. I believing I say beings. I'm gonna have to read that again, actually. Hue shade of human equals partly man. The human is referring to the all caps legal fiction name. I believing. I just say beings. Certainly a lot to think about there.
Yeah.
Yes, right. Okay, yeah, we're going to shut this down now anyway. Cheers.
Yeah,
have a good night, all. Good night.
Yeah, bye-bye.
I would say God bless, but I'm an atheist, so be blessed by the cyborgs, the robots, or wherever it is. The internet. Take care. Laters.
Bye.
Bye. Why can't I leave?